Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
Well, Kyle Draper's not here yet, but he's on his way. And in just about, 5 minutes, we're going to catch up with somebody very familiar around these parts to Raider fans. I believe he began his writing career covering the Raiders for the Bee. Paul Gutierrez is going to join us about 2:05, pardon me. He's a columnist now for Raiders.com, and he's covered the Raiders for NBC Sports, Bay Area, ESPN, and the Sacramento Bee. So we're looking forward to that conversation. Got a lot of Raider fans around here anyway, but with the Raiders getting ready to play the 49ers in the preseason Saturday in Vegas and also scrimmaging against them this week, Jay thought it'd be a good time to catch up with him, and Jay dared me to get him on.
I did dare you. I was
Jay said there's no way you can get him on.
I dared you, to be completely honest, but no, you kind of work behind the scenes. You have the banana in the tailpipe, but I ain't gonna see one thing I ain't gonna do is because you my guy, Dub G.
Yeah.
I'll never out what we do behind closed doors.
Right.
We're a team here, brother.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing around.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I mean, he didn't it wasn't anything bad, but he just asked me to see if we could get him. And
you snapped him up.
Yeah.
Start calling you Red Lobster. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, because you're snapping folks.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
all
come
right.
on, man.
Thank
Claws,
you.
hooks.
Yes.
Yeah, I said I dared you, and you're like, oh man, hold on, that's light work. let me get that dude on, and not even for the rest of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and grab him today.
Yeah,
right at the beginning of the show.
Right. Truth be told, there was a kind of a hurdle preventing Jay from getting on before that is just not relevant anymore. And so when I called him, I was like, yeah. And the reason Jay had an issue before, it had something to do with contracts and things, and no longer applies. So anyway. Paul.
No, he saw your number pop up and he said, Dub G has called me the future Vallejo Hall of Famer, so I'm gonna take care of it. That's what it was.
I have no idea if I'm a future Vallejo Hall of Famer.
No, you are. We're not. We're speaking it into existence.
All right.
Ain't gonna be none of that negative thoughts out in the streets and the drive guys today.
I actually, over the weekend, I just went to check the website to see if it said anything.
Yeah.
Like, should I do anything? And I didn't see anything.
No, I think we've done everything we possibly can. It's in the voters' hands.
Right.
But I did ask Vallejo Hall of Fame, I said, the constituents, I said, when it is up for a vote, can you please let us know so we can let everybody know on the drive, guys, if there's a vote. Right. And I don't think it's that. I think it's the city of Vallejo. They vote on it. But we got a campaign. It's a Heisman campaign.
Yeah.
So any way we can, we're going to make it happen.
I remember the great Lon Simmons had occasion to play golf with him once, nicest guy in the world. I was listening to Lon Simmons.
Yeah, Lon Simmons is a legend in the game.
Yeah, and he eventually made it to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and he said, if you have to campaign for yourself to be in the Hall of Fame, you're not a Hall of Famer. So I've never forgotten that.
Well, hold on now, because I don't agree with Lon now when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes that's like going against the grain when it comes to Heisman. That's not true.
Well, that's the way it used to be. Things are different now. But, rest in peace, Lon Simmons.
Yeah.
Lon Simmons.
Yeah.
I just want to say real quick, I feel great today because the last few days I couldn't hear anything.
Really?
And when we were up at Rancho Murrieta, remember the IT guy was telling us the password?
Yeah.
And I was like, I just couldn't hear him. Couldn't hear anything out of one ear. And over the weekend, I got worse. So I went in today to see, Dr. Priest, and got my ear cleaned out, Jay. And I feel great. They put all kinds of stuff in there, irrigated it, sucked it out. They said, "Do you want to see it?" And I said, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh my goodness!" So I feel great. Got my ear cleaned out.
You
all
can
the
actually
wax.
Hear?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Shouts out to that, man. It is. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people around her who can't. They would love to do the same, right? So if you are, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Did I ever tell you, man? My daughter's she's taking ASL.
No.
I haven't said, yeah, man. It's her third year going to ASL. It's something I really want her to continue to do, but these damn kids, man, you never know.
Now, what prompted that?
As far as
why is she doing that?
She just started taking it in school. She was interested, because you got to take a foreign language in school.
That's terrific.
Yeah, and so it's like, oh, Dad, I should take Spanish or French or Italian. I'm like, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Take ASL because if you stick to it, it's good money.
Do you know how to say Kyle Draper is here in sign language? Because he's here.
Kyle Draper's in the building?
Yeah.
That's how you say it. You just start clapping. You just start clapping. That's how
I ain't got no booing sound somewhere.
I know. Hey, I know we got a special guest set to join us here in a minute or so. Mm-hmm. But after that, I got an emergency Drapes takes.
Emergency?
I got an emergency Drapes takes that I got to get off my chest. I don't want to do it now because we got a special guest coming up, and I got to respect that and do him justice. But yeah, it's been a day. Let me just say it's been a day. Honestly,
Whitey, right?
I was touch or go about an hour ago whether I was coming in or not. Mm-hmm. It's been that kind of day. What
happened?
No, I can't get into it because it's part of Drape State.
We may have to because I'm not sure we're going to be able to
get our special guest.
Yeah, we have just a little bit of an issue with the number, which we're getting at this time. So I don't know how much time you need.
Well,
let me get this to Jay real quick.
You know me. My stories, my takes usually can be accomplished in about 20 seconds, but I like to embellish a little bit.
Right,
I like to
Is everything okay with your tooth? Or
no, that's
okay,
why.
I'm sorry.
It's part 2 today. I was at the dentist today.
Wow. They've been going to town on your tusks.
Going to town. My tusk. That's a good way. And so, where's Jay at? I know he's busy. Jay, can I get my music? You got time to get my music real quick?
We don't have time.
Oh, yeah, we don't have time today.
Let's just say this, man. I was in the dentist chair for 2.5 hours yesterday. Root canal. Had to get that done. Yeah. But had to get the crown put on today. Should have been 20 minutes. Should have been a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Hour and a half in the dentist chair today. Needless to say, your boy is numb. I'm in pain. I'm struggling, but I'm here. We'll talk more about that in a minute.
All right. Yes, as much as we'd love to
paint a picture already.
Deeper into your dental issues, we do have a special guest. Raider fans know him and love him. Columnist for Raiders.com. Covered the Raiders for NBC Sports, Bay Area, ESPN, and the Sacramento Bee. Welcome back to Sacramento. It's been far too long since I've talked to him. Paul Gutierrez, how you doing today, Paul?
My teeth aren't hurting, so I guess I'm doing okay.
Hey, Paul, you're doing better than me, other than the fact you got to cover that sorry-ass football team. But other than that, no, I'm just...
Here we go.
I'm messing with you, Paul. I'm messing with you.
Paul, you've covered the Raiders for many, many years, and looking at your bio, people are familiar with your background. Isn't it fair to say you've had almost a lifelong fascination with that franchise?
No doubt. I mean, and honestly, being on the beat now, I mean, I first started covering them in a quote-unquote professional sense, I guess you could say, if that's the word we want to use, in 2005 for the Bee, for the Sacramento Bee. And like you just mentioned, I bounced from there to the CSN Bay Area, to ESPN, and just this past spring, I joined up with the organization itself, so I'm a columnist for Raiders.com. But going back, and I've written a couple of books on them also, when you go back and look, I always fashioned myself more growing up in Barstow in Southern California, halfway between Las Vegas and LA. I always thought I was more of a Rams fan. Vince Ferragamo was my guy, Wendell Tyler, Fred Dreyer, the Youngbloods. And yet I've come across a lot of old photos from when I was a kid, and I'm always rocking Raiders gear. My dad was always a Raider fan. So when the Raiders moved to LA, I'm in junior high school, and that's when you start to kind of feel yourself a little bit. I look up, and I see a Chicano head coach, Tom Flores. I see a Chicano quarterback, Jim Plunkett, that look like family members. I'm like, you know what? I'm in. So that's kind of where it's been, this full circle moment for me, that, the first ever Raider game I went to, I was in junior high. It was January 1st, 1984. They played the Steelers in the playoffs on the way to the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl they won back in 1984. The first game I ever went to on a credential, I was in junior college in my hometown in Barstow, and it was December of 1988. So I've been covering this team since I was 18 years old to 55 now, and I've covered them in LA, Oakland, and now Las Vegas. So long answer to your short question. Yeah, I've been around this team for a minute.
Our guy Paul Gutierrez joining us. Paul, before we get into Saturday's matchup, that must-see TV between the Raiders and the Niners, let's go back to the game against Seattle, a 23-23 tie. We know Gino's going to be the opening signal caller under the center going forward, but did Aiden O'Connell hurt himself even more? Like, how did you grade him? Because I know there's a lot of trade chatter regarding him. Yeah. Like, where do you see things happening with him?
Well, the thing with Aiden is he's kind of playing with house money because he already has a resume to speak of. He's already started some games. He's had some, he's ridden some pretty highs, some pretty well highs, and some pretty bad lows thus far. And you kind of saw it in that game. That one preseason game kind of encapsulated his career, where he started off really slow, but then he ended fast with a flourish. But then you also have to remind yourself, okay, well, he did that against the Seahawks second and third stringers. Okay, so that's the thing you always have to remember about the preseason, is who you're getting that success and who you're having the disappointments against. But, in my opinion, you know what you're getting with him. And with Chip Kelly as the offensive coordinator, he's made it a point to say that, look, he's not going to make these players fit into his scheme. His scheme has to adapt to what he has at his disposal in terms of personnel and what they have in their skill sets. So what Aiden O'Connell has shown is he is who he is, and you just kind of roll with that. What's intriguing to me is going forward here now, especially this weekend with the joint practice, is probably going to be more important for evaluation than the actual exhibition game is, because you're going to have ones against ones in that. But going forward there to the third exhibition at the Cardinals, if Cam Miller can show that he's more than up to being a backup, then that kind of, in my opinion, personally, I'm not speaking for the Raiders here at all, but it kind of then would make Aiden O'Connell a little bit of an expendable. And what could you get in a trade at that point? But we're nowhere near that yet. It's a very small sample size, because the one thing that Aiden does have going in his favor is that he's starting fresh as well with this new regime of Pete Carroll and his coaching staff and John Spytak and Tom Brady and everybody else that's new to the building. He does have a resume, so to speak of, but he's also auditioning and competing as well.
We're talking Raiders with Paul Gutierrez. Nice enough to join us here. Paul, you mentioned, of course, Pete Carroll, with all that he's come to represent, how does he fit with where the Raiders are and what they're trying to establish right now?
You know, and I've used this phrase for different guys through the organization, whether it was Derek Carr or Gardner Minshew or Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, if he's not Mr. Right, he's Mr. Right now. And he's exactly what the Raiders need at this point in time in terms of being kind of, you know, this is not a shot at anybody else, but being the adult in the room. He has the pelts on the wall. He knows how to get to a Super Bowl. He knows how to win a Super Bowl. He's a yard away from repeating as Super Bowl champs. He did it at USC for 9 years. So he's instilling a culture that is going to, hopefully, and that's the plan, is that it's going to long outlast his coaching tenure there. I mean, he's 73 years old, but he's the youngest 73-year-old you'll ever see. I mean, today he's doing double leg takedowns of Deuce Gruden. Yes, John Gruden's son is still on the staff as a strength coach, but the video's out there, and I retweeted it earlier. I'm like, well, Deuce needs to learn how to sprawl if he doesn't want to get taken down by Coach Carroll. So, but he's doing things like that. He's dropping the big elbow on offensive linemen during mandatory minicamp, and he just has this sense of, he's like, I just kind of phrase him as he's perpetually effervescent. He's just like this happy-go-lucky guy that yet you don't want to cross. And I covered him in L.A. When I worked at the L.A. Times before coming to the B, when he was at USC. And he was Uncle Pete. You know, who doesn't want to see Uncle Pete? Uncle Pete is the guy, the uncle you want to run up to, and he's got toys for you and candy and everything. But you never want to cross him either, because you never want to disappoint him.
Paul Gutierrez joining us. Hey, Paul, let me ask you, further about Pete Carroll and then Tom Brady also. When you look at, some of the new faces there with the Raiders, a lot of times they talk about culture starting from the top. How much of an impact do you think they'll have on Raiders culture? And will we see that manifested itself throughout the season, you think?
Oh, it's already manifested itself. You see it simply in the locker room. Now, we're not in the locker room yet, but you see it after practice. You see everything. There's things that I get to see now being part of the organization that I wasn't able to see before. And now I always have to remind myself, well, I'm seeing this. Does that mean I get to report on it? But you also have to kind of remember, okay, well, there's things that are positive about it. I mean, literally after practice indoors over the weekend, they had a shooting contest. They're literally, and that's not with guns. They got a hoop, because Pete Carroll's a big hoopster. And I always remember this covering USC. I'm covering USC basketball when Henry Bibby was the coach. And yet, once basketball was done, Pete Carroll and players and coaches would go in and they play shirts and skins. And Pete was always shirts or skins for whatever reason. So now you forward that now 20 years later, and they're still doing it. Everything they do, they're competing against each other. Whether it's a game of pig, whether it's a game of horse, whether it's who can throw the trash in the trash can, that is always going on there. So it manifests itself that way. Does that mean it's going to manifest itself into wins? We'll find out. But in terms of changing the culture, it's definitely different than it was, 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago.
Paul, you touched on this briefly a few moments ago, but the scrimmages like the ones the 49ers and Raiders have scheduled this week, how much more important are they now for the coaches than the preseason games, and why are they more important?
Because you're getting ones-on-ones. And I'm not sure. I've heard a lot of reports that the Niners are so banged up that a lot of their ones probably won't be practicing and or playing. But I would imagine that Kyle Shanahan would want their ones at least to get some run against the likes of Max Crosby, Geno Smith, Ashton Genty. And it's good for both sides, right, to get that. It's just it's a matter of managing it, because fights are going to break out at some point or another. through years. I mean, like I said, I've been covering this team long enough. I remember when John Gruden had to yank the Raiders off the field when they were doing a joint at the Rams because there was too many fights. They just got on the bus and left. Mm-hmm. This is a situation, though, where it's and I hate the phrase, and yet it's so true. It's the iron sharpening iron. That's the only way you're going to improve. And it's in a controlled setting. So you know exactly what the rep is. You know exactly what each side is working on, and yet it's live and it's to the ground. You don't see a lot of that in the preseason games, and especially you didn't see that within that 23-23 tie up in Seattle. It looked like the Raiders forgot how to tackle. And my column coming out of that game was a point of emphasis this week should be not only tackling but wrapping and tackling, because there were so many missed tackles, so many whiffs. And sure enough, when they went out on the field on Sunday, they started off with the defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham, and Pete Carroll watching. They were doing something as simple as what we used to do in two-a-days in high school back in 1987. They were tackling the dummies, the sleds, and literally wrapping and rolling off. So that's how basic it has to get back to, and that's how you work on those things in the joint practices rather than in a game, because, again, in the joint practice, you can control that.
Hey, Paul, I'm listening to you, man, and I hear optimism. I hear the excitement that football is back, a new era of Raiders football. But then I look at the division, and it's a tough division, no doubt about it, tough division. How do you see it playing out? And, you know, why would the Raiders, I guess, be a team that can shock some people once the season comes?
Yeah, I guess you just go back to why not? You know, because then, you know, who knew what the Commanders were going to do last year? Who knew what the Lions were going to do a couple of years ago? There's always that one team that kind of breaks through. Now, there are some holes here, and the defense didn't really acquit itself all that well in the one or two series that the ones played against Seattle. But the reason for optimism is because, you know, quote Mark Davis on this, everybody's undefeated right now. So why not the Raiders can do something? And I guess because it is this fresh feeling of positivity that comes with Pete Carroll. And it's not just that he's this happy-go-lucky guy bounding all over the field and wearing his white gloves. And I mean, the guys are running, you know, warming up, and his son, Brandon Carroll, who's the offensive line coach, has a big fat head of Pete's face, just running around trying to intimidate or inspire or whatever. So there's just this feeling of optimism that, you know, doesn't mean anything right now other than, hey, this is the most fun these guys, you know, from the punter to the quarterback to the defensive end. Max Crosby, I said, this is the most fun that they've had playing football in their lives. And they haven't even played games yet. Mm-hmm. So once that gets going, we're going to see how that translates.
Paul Gutierrez. Paul, we'll let you go on this one. We appreciate your time. Where are the Raiders probably strongest, and, you know, where are they most vulnerable in terms of their units?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a good question, because you would think that they would be strongest in the pass rush with Malcolm Kuntz coming back and joining Max Crosby, and Max Crosby is a top two, if not top three, if not a top two edge rusher in the NFL, just simply because of just how he just never stops coming. But his pass rush is going to be affected by how well the secondary is able to cover. And that's probably the biggest question mark on the defensive side of the ball, is because you're rebuilding there. And a lot of those kids, they're very young guys in the secondary, especially at cornerback. But you get the sense that Pete is trying to rebuild. There's a lot of strains of Legion of Boom out there. Not saying they're as good as them, but they're building it in terms of, you look at the size and the speed of the cornerbacks. They don't have the pelts on the wall, obviously, like Richard Sherman and the guys did back in the day. But that, to me, they go hand in hand. Pass rush and coverage and pass rush. The biggest strength should be the pass rush. The biggest question mark is the coverage.
All right. Thank you, Paul Gutierrez. Good to catch up with you. We appreciate it. Hope to talk to you again soon.
All good, guys. Thanks for having me. Always good to check in with Sacramento.
All right. From Raiders.com, Paul Gutierrez.
How about that?
Yeah.
Starting to show off with Raiders talk.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I'm giving black and silver some love.
They're playing the 49ers.
Right. Yeah. Big game. Yeah. Big game.
Yeah.
Anyone's playing in that one coming up? How does it traditionally go?
The Raiders actually started. I think they started some of their ones in that Seattle game, but they didn't play long.
Yeah.
The 49ers, it depends who makes it out of the scrimmage.
Right. Who's healthy,
really? I mean,
right?
they're falling like flies.
They are. No, good stuff from Paul, man. And here's the thing. And I feel the vibes, the optimism. Pete Carroll, you know from covering football, he's one of those infectious guys. You know, he lifts the energy. But damn, at the end of the day, you got to look at who you're going up against. Like, you could be positive and up. That's a tough division, man.
Yeah.
Denver's supposed to be great this year. You look at the Chargers, supposed to be the team, finally got cracking through, and obviously Kansas City. That's tough, man.
Isn't it funny how many teams in different sports are all like, we're trying to establish a culture?
Sort of like the Kings.
Kings are trying to do that.
Right.
Raiders trying to do that. There's teams all over the place in sports. We're trying to establish a culture.
Yeah, exactly. And so shout out to Paul for coming on, man.
Yeah, we had Jerry on Friday. He said, you know what? All the teams I've been around, good culture teams, they're the teams that win. You win games, you're going to have a great culture.
That's
teams
true,
that aren't
right?
very good. He said that culture.
The culture is not good.
Not
right?
very good at all.
The chicken or the egg. Which one comes first, culture or the wins?
Yeah. You probably don't have enough time now, do you? To get into your.
No, I got time.
Okay.
The question is, does Jay have time?
No, you don't have time. I need a full length expression of Drape's take.
Yeah, we'll get that.
All right,
Come on, man. You can hold off for 3 minutes.
I can hold off.
Yeah.
Man, that jaw ain't itching that bad.
No, it is, dude. It is. And I just took some pain medicine
About
an hour ago.
Up.
I don't know. It's prescription something. I had to go pick up.
You just taking anything?
You might want to check.
Come
on, Barry Bonds. You don't know what you're putting in your body? Waffle or Palmero, all of a sudden,
I didn't take steroids.
I did not know.
you gonna be in front of the Senate. Tell them I didn't know what I put in my body.
It's like ibuprofen or something like just.
But it probably got a name that's about 15 letters long.
Right. Yeah, it's so it hasn't kicked in yet. Let me just say that the boys playing hurt right now.
Yeah,
almost didn't make it, boys.
Yeah,
so I was driving up in the parking lot like, but I know you guys missed me, so I was like, I'm coming in.
We're starting to get used to it. I'm not having you actually.
I mean, I actually felt bad for Jay too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you got to work with this dude for 4 hours. I'm like, let me come help Jay. No, I'm messing with you. You know what though? I missed you the other night.
I know you were at
the card store.
Yeah, you were at
trade night. Yes,
yeah, I heard you were
How
there.
come you didn't slide through, big fella?
Some things I was doing.
Okay, yeah.
Was that Friday night, Saturday
night? Saturday night. Nick wanted to go to the store and went out there, and it was packed.
I saw some pictures, and then I was talking to him, and he said, Drapes was out here.
Of course, I support
What'd you
my
buy?
guy.
What'd you trade?
No, I didn't trade anything. I bought a Kobe Bryant something or other. I think it was like $100 or something like that. I don't even look at the value.
Was it a card?
Yeah, it was a card. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a jersey card or something, I think, too.
Oh, okay.
And
Those
so
are nice.
you know how the jersey cards are. You got to do it COVID or something like that for them to be authentic.
Okay,
you know what I mean? To be real, and it was a game worn one, I believe. And
Very nice. It was really full out there. Very busy.
It was, I mean, it's, and, I saw a bunch of our boy Emil Fragoso.
Okay.
Yeah, he was out there and, took Nick out there. And so I'm just stocking up, man, just stocking up with cards.
Right.
And, one of the things I didn't know, and Pete, who used to work there at True Sports Card, this thing Whatnot. And I know Emron's on it also. Have you heard of this or tried it?
Jason Ross is on there quite a bit.
What's he doing on there?
I think he's
in the cards?
I'm thinking of something else. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's up there. Yeah.
And you can auction off cards and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm thinking like maybe me and Nick should auction
should.
off some of our collection.
Yeah.
Like
be a huge Whatnot star.
Dude, I talked to this guy, Pete. You know Pete. He said he sold this year alone 30,000 items or something like that. Something crazy. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they move so fast. You set a time limit, 5 minutes, whatever. And then people just start bam, 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 bidding. It's like an auction house, if you will. Yeah.
There you go.
Might try and do that in my spare time.
Yeah. When we come right back, we'll find out why Drapes is having such a bad day with the teeth. What's going on?
Yeah.
Having a rough go of it.
Yeah.
Drapes Takes coming up next. Drive Guy, Sacktown Sports.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center for your Tuesday with bright sunshine and feeling just a touch of the Delta breeze for the afternoon. Expect daytime highs to climb into the low to mid 90s. That cooling breeze increases overnight tonight to drop us back to the upper 50s first thing Wednesday morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's about time they
fix that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
Made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Cash, Vincent Mason, and Avery-Anna. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everybody knows that Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is the spot to get yourself a brand new car. That's why people are coming from all over. Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville. But they also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes and models, every one of them top quality, hand-selected by General Manager Chuck Dean. Over 70 vehicles below $30,000, over 25 below $20,000. You can see that full lineup at SacSuperstore.com. And if you find a lower price somewhere else, they'll match it. And on top of that, the best car buying experience anywhere. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Duo. Nope. Never.
It's the Drive Guys.
Right here on Sacktown Sports.
Together again. Here's a question for you, Drapes, in the YouTube chat.
Philip Cole wants to know, what did Drape score on the golf course?
When?
Friday?
Friday?
How'd
I mean,
you do?
it was, I think we were 5 under, something like that. We weren't that good. Your boy was very good for me off the tee, good on the greens. We just could not get a green in regulation.
Oh,
our second shots were horrible, dude. And so
did Malik win?
Did he win?
I don't know.
Somebody beat him.
Yeah, beat him by 1, right, Jay? Somebody got 18. I think Malik's squad got 17.
No, it was Malik and him at 18.
Oh.
Greg Vaughn and him at 17, and somebody came in above Malik at 19. Yeah.
I was told there was one group that had 3 scratch level golfers. Like,
that might be the one.
They probably won it. But I'm like, that's not right. I mean, what kind of fun is that? They're stacking the squad. That's like coming out there with 3 PGA pros or something.
Well, why don't you try hitting a green in regulation once?
Dude.
See how that works.
From 100 in, we were terrible.
Really?
Yes. Nobody could hit. Like, nobody, man. And I had the yips. I got the yips with my irons right now. Maybe I need to go holler at my boy Tom Morton.
Chucky Knobloch.
Yep. Dude, your boy got the yips. Seriously, man. It's pretty bad. I need to go to the range. I am going to go to the range tonight, as a matter of fact.
You've got a lot going on. In fact, that brings us to Drape's Takes. What is going on?
Calm down, Lion. Calm down. Take it easy, man. Just take it easy.
First of all, let me start off Drape's Takes by saying this, Whitey. I love being a part of the show. You and Jay, you're my guys. I even love the YouTube chatters and the texters. But sometimes y'all be getting on my damn nerves. And we need to have some respect. Put some respect on Drape's names. No, because because I see the comments, Jay, from the 530. I'm beginning to think it's about 50-50 chance that Drape shows up to work or not. Okay, you got your shots off. Then also, Dave Canberra, we need a Drape's drool cam. Also, from T-Buff, Drape's about to go off. That's my guy. But Philip Cole thinking I'm on the golf course, dividing 0, saying I need to fight through it. Fellas, ladies, I got good reasons for missing. A root canal is a good reason. I did not know it was going to be a back-to-back root canal, though, fellas.
Yeah, the back-to-back is tough.
And that brings me to Drape's Take. No offense to all our dentists out there, because y'all work hard. Y'all perform a tremendous service.
Are you about to really go in on the dentists of Sacramento?
No, because here's the thing, Jay.
I know you're not going to do that.
Here's the thing. Nobody likes going to the dentist. In fact, I'm probably the one that's A-okay with it. I'm like, all right, I got this dentist appointment, so what? I'm going to bang it out and be good as new. But when your root canal / dentist appointment takes 2.5 hours and your mouth is open for 2 of those hours, now I see why people are afraid of the dentist. I hate going to the dentist now. Like I said, they perform a tremendous service. We need them in our community. But damn, there's a reason why people don't like going. There's a reason why it's been a minute for me. We have to figure out a way to make the dentist a little more pleasant, fellas. Nobody should have to sit in the dentist chair for 2.5 hours, and then at the end, they're like, all right, Mr. Draper, come back tomorrow. We'll put in your crown. It'll be about 20 to 30 minutes. So I walk in the day at 10:30. Now, mind you, I had already been to the station because I got to the station at 9 this morning. I was early for work, actually, today. I was here. So I get to the dentist at 10:30. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bang this out. You know, yesterday was just a one-off. Today will be a whole lot better. Your boy's in good shape. I'm ready. I had a 12 o'clock appointment also I had to go to, therapy appointment. So I'm in the dentist chair, and I'm like, this is taking longer than expected. I finally asked the lady, excuse me, miss, what time is it? Now, mind you, my appointment was at 10:30, Whitey.
10:30, yeah.
That's a key. I said, what time is it? I feel like I've been. She's like, oh, it's 11:57. I'm like, hold up. Hold up. You told me 20 to 30 minutes. And this is my point. We got to do a better job, dentists, the dental community out there, of making it more pleasant for our people. I don't know what it is. Maybe throwing a movie.
You didn't have the movie overhead?
No, we didn't
the
have
overhead
a movie.
projection?
Nothing.
The television?
Nothing.
Well, listen,
I didn't have headphones on. Nothing. It was killing me, bro. And like I said, usually I'm good.
I've never looked at it, but I've been asked all the time.
We didn't have that
movie or something,
dude. We just had sterile walls and dental instruments laying around.
Man, you going hard on my DDS family, man.
I'm just saying, Jay. I started off by saying they perform a valuable service. They're great, but can we do something? First of all, nobody should have to be in the dental chair longer than an hour. We may have to cut off the 2.5 hours. I was in some pain afterwards. That's why I didn't come in yesterday. It was so painful, Whitey and Jay. It hurt to close my mouth. Not open the mouth.
Was that from the work they did or just having your mouth
having
open?
my mouth wide open?
Yeah.
It's like, damn. Can we do something? I didn't even get a sucker afterwards, a lollipop or a free toothbrush. I didn't get anything.
You didn't get no floss,
I didn't get no floss.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, been a bad thing.
Yeah.
What's going on in this country? What happened to customer service? I didn't get
your little bag.
I didn't get a little bag, or nothing, dude. You know what I got when I left today? $1,000 bill, Mr. Draper. That I'm like $1,000 for that torture. We gotta do something better when it comes to the dental office, fellas. I respect what they do. I got friends that are dentists, but damn, what happened to customer service?
$1,000 for that torture?
Seriously, you said it had been a while since you'd been to the dentist.
Yeah, I knew I needed some work done. I knew that. Because what happened is my dentist sold her practice. And so somebody new took over. So this was the first time. And let me say this too. We got to stop x-raying for no damn reason. How come every time you go to the dentist, they want to go to that? They always want to do x-rays. I'm like, I just had x-rays 2 years ago. Ain't nothing changed. But it's just.
Wait, did you say 2 years ago?
I thought he was going to say 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
He said 2 years ago.
I'm joking on that. But damn.
You do got to get an x-ray every single time you walk into a dental office.
Especially when you go to a new one. You should be able to easily transfer your x-rays from one dentist to the other.
Yeah.
And so it's been a rough day. Let me just tell you my day. 9 o'clock in here, talking to Angie, our great, promotions person, our great production person. Yeah. Hustle to the dentist.
Yeah.
10:30. Now, mind you, I got a 12 o'clock therapy appointment. I don't leave the dentist office till 12:10.
Oh, boy.
Get to therapy at 12:30. Got some important things I'm working on. Leave there at 1, but I had to go home to get my backpack. Can't come to radio without the headphones. So everything's just been behind.
Right.
All because the damn dentist, an hour and a half, Whitey.
Not to do now? Are you clear?
No, I got to go back.
Why?
For what?
Because they got the temporary crown. Now I got to go back in a couple weeks for the real crown.
Get that moldy.
Exactly. And I'm supposed to go back next week for cleaning, but I canceled that appointment. I said, I need a break. I didn't see too much of y'all. Like, dentist's supposed to be once every 6 months. And so the final take has to do with this. I haven't had lunch yet, fellas.
Oh, so you hangry.
I'm hangry right now.
Yeah, it's over.
And it made me think, you know what we should do, fellas? The Drive Guys Restaurant of the Week.
Let's do it.
Where we order something from a restaurant once a week. Last week it was what? Dairy Queen? Or no, what was
Cold
the
Stone.
ice cream? Cold Stone. What's it going to be today? Because I'm hungry, fellas.
That's your choice.
Jay, mayor of the City of Trees, what you got for me?
Let me think about it. I'm still off the DDS situation
Maybe
right
the
now.
kitchen.
The kitchen.
The kitchen. You try to go like that. But seriously, I'm hungry. I'm hangry. We got 3 hours and 20 minutes left. And your boy needs some grub. So if anybody want to throw out a local restaurant, obviously, preferably locally owned, independently owned, that we can support here at the Drive Guys, I'm going to order for the crew here. So that's my take today. We got to make going to the dentist a more pleasurable experience. Because they're going to be losing
Good luck
patience.
with that.
They're going to lose patience, Whitey.
Where else are you going to go? They got you.
I know. It's gotten so bad where I thought, damn, I should just have dentures that I could just take out and put back in.
The snap pack?
Yeah.
You ever see those commercials for the implants? And they have the people go, you haven't seen those? And they have people and they show, the before and they have their all snaggle tooth. And then they show the current, now. And they say, oh, it's great. I went in and, one day I got it done. It's like they take all your teeth out and then they screw implants into your.
Is that what they do?
Oh, yeah. I know that it works and it looks great, but Don't tell me it's like you're in and you're out. You're like, all right, thanks.
Yeah,
that's excruciating pain.
There's got to be a little bit of discomfort.
Absolutely.
Fine,
we get that.
Yeah.
But it's like bath fitters. Your bathroom all messed up.
Right.
You ain't got to do a demolition job. Just throw this new tile.
Sheet of plastic over. Yeah.
My final point on this, fellas, and this is why I'm whining about it and complaining. Gracie approved, loyal listener of the show. Shout out to Gracie. Whitey, can you read what Gracie approved said on the YouTube chat for me, big fella? Just go down. Third one from the bottom.
Root canal's no joke, but it's better than an extraction.
What happened to drapes last week?
I
had the wisdom teeth extracted.
Yeah, so you had both.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Gracie. So that's why
Double dose.
I'm upset right now.
You should just take a vacay, man.
No, because then y'all rip me, call me Anthony Davis then. I can't win.
It's okay, man. That means you're at the top of the food chain. You're never going to win.
Is hurt. When he's
That's
hurt,
true.
people say, "Oh, Anthony Davis." But he's like, "No, I'm hurt.
I'm already off Thursday and Friday this week, big fella. I'm like, let me come on in. Let me do some work with you guys.
Glad you made it in.
Yeah.
Hope you're feeling better.
You know what I am now? I'm like starting pitchers. I only go 5 innings. Used to be able to go 7, 8. I can only go 5 innings at max. So I'm on a pitch count.
Yeah. That's all right. As long as the team wins. As long as the team gets it done.
Right.
Yeah. Campia points out, Drapers on TV needs to keep the niblets pearly white.
That is true. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
And now here's a word on a podcast that I know Drapes is going to be checking out. It may be the most viewed podcast of all time. More on that when we come back to Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
One of our chatters, Jess, was in the building. They're having a conversation about media. She said, not media like Dave. I mean real media. Dave is weird media, which is fine.
You're so weird media.
Weird media.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local, but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
Save $10,500 off MSRP. Every Silverado have done 5.3 at Elk Grove Chevy. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the area. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MadeAChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details. Excludes work trucks and ZR2.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
I got to tell you, Drapes, I was pretty young, like junior high. I went like 18 years without going to the dentist because, like you say, I hated going to the dentist. I hated it. Right. Now I go all the time, but I went almost 20 years without going to the dentist. I had to get a lot of work done. I had to get a lot of things done.
Did you learn your lesson from that? Like from that
did.
point on, where you like, you know what? Every 6 months I'm going.
I did. It was a painful lesson. I'll never forget. And I actually told Drapes this a moment ago, but the dentist was trying to keep me calm. There was a lot they had to do, but he didn't want me to stress out. And then he took my chart order up to the receptionist. And when he handed it to her, her eyes got so big. And he said, no, we're good. Everything's fine. So, but I understand when you say, I hate the dentist.
Hey, you trust this YouTuber, Rich Ficker? Hey,
Yes.
Drapes.
Yes.
Go to Mexico. A lot cheaper. I have a great dentist for you.
Mm-hmm.
Goes on to say, I'm getting a dental implant for $1,600 versus $6,000 in the U.S.
I'm not saying I sign off on that.
Oh, I was about to
but
say.
I know that's a long-time listener. He's a good guy. So.
Oh, he's a good guy?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So he's all right.
I still don't think I'm
Right.
dentist in Mexico, but maybe I should consider that.
Ouch, man. Yeah. So, the pain med's starting to kick in. I'll probably have some in a couple more hours, but I need lunch. Need lunch.
Have you decided yet what you're going to do?
Nah, I mean, because I can't have anything too, I can't eat a steak right now. I need something like some mashed potatoes.
Can you not eat things that are hard or
can't crunch on that side for weeks and stuff like that. That's where I'm at.
So you need like baby food.
Yeah,
basically.
right. Applesauce.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Now I'm a DoorDash something here.
You must be excited about the new Kelsey Brothers pod coming out tomorrow with your girl on it.
I tell you what. Let me just say this. Taylor Swift might be the biggest artist in music worldwide right now.
Yeah. She's up there with some of the biggest ever.
Like, she posted a countdown clock on her website, and people lost their damn minds. And I'm going to bring Jay into this because I know damn well Jay ain't a Swiftie. Don't follow Taylor Swift. Might not even know a lot of people but I bet you Jay saw it on his timeline last night. Did you see it on social media?
Yeah.
Just the buzz before it was even announced. It was crazy. I showed it to my daughter. She started squealing and dancing, and we watched the countdown together on our phones. And sure enough, Tay-Tay got a new album coming out. Jay, did you see that at all? Did you see it on your timeline at all?
Me and you don't follow the same people. Let me just say that.
You saw
I saw the podcast.
Okay.
I did not see the new album.
Well, the
new
podcast
albums
hasn't been out yet, right?
Yeah, but I saw the preview, just like a little clip that shows her looking over at him and whatever. So I did see that.
Do a bleeping podcast, right?
You locked in?
I don't need to watch the podcast.
Okay.
But
why are you locked in?
No, Whitey locked in.
Just checking to see if that's
I am locked out.
Whitey's flavor.
I will say this, though. So we're watching the countdown clock, and then it redirects you to a page on her website. The page crashed. It didn't load. It was so many people.
It was that many folks.
Yep, it was that many people.
So she's doing the home of the podcast will be on TaylorSwift.com.
No.
Who's housing
the podcast?
It's the Kelsey's.
The Kelsey's.
New Heights, right?
The New Heights. Okay, got you.
She's going to be
She's just going to be a
talking about the new album. She a guest.
And it drops tomorrow. Yeah, 4:00 our time. And I know a lot of people have been suggesting, it could be the most viewed podcast ever. So what is the most viewed podcast ever? I couldn't find anything definitive, but Cat Williams was on Club Shay Shay. That when I guess he went off on everybody.
Yeah,
90 million viewers.
90 million?
Yeah, estimated. So
he fired it up though.
Yeah.
He went crazy.
He went after everybody,
including y'all too.
Nah, I know. I think this might correct it. I mean, it's unbelievable the effect she has on people, like how people go crazy for her. Like, I'm a fan, no doubt about it, but I'm not sitting there, waiting on bated breath. What's going to happen? People are surmising, oh my gosh, she's starting a new podcast. Like, a lot of people, and you're right, Jay, we follow different people. That's what makes America great.
Truth.
You're allowed to follow who you follow.
Very true.
But it took over the timeline, big fella.
Yeah,
it was a lot out there.
To answer your question, Jay, and I know she writes her own music, and she's earned that success. But for me, if it was watch the podcast when it drops or go to the dentist all day, I'm going to the dentist.
Yeah, I'm to the DDS.
No way.
Personally,
Drake,
I don't believe that.
Drake, so what do you
give me the chair.
What do you think she's gonna say that matters for so many people? As you said, to wait bated breath, like what could she possibly say that, I'm coming out a new album and it's going to feature whoever, this person, Eric Clapton.
That's all you need. That's all people need to, like,
why,
for me,
though? Who cares?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, because I don't think she speaks a lot. Like, she's not doing a lot of interviews. So when she does say something or do something, people are like, go overboard.
I'm sure
with
a lot of her fans would love to hear anything between her and him.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, my daughter is already texted her friends. We're going to watch it tomorrow
and maybe
when it comes out.
Things about, her songs. Oh, this song, I got a song about this or that.
But you know what's interesting about this, fellas?
Nothing.
This is but see, this is all part of a rollout, though, Jay. Because did you see who's on the cover of GQ magazine this month?
Oh,
no,
Kelsey.
I didn't. Right?
Yeah,
Kelsey's on there.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's all part of the timing and everything that. Well orchestrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's I'm a Swiftie, man, because it's my connection to my daughter. So anytime I hear a Taylor Swift song, it makes me think of my daughter. Jay, you still got that in the
come on, man. I got it in the repertoire.
I understand all that. We kid, but I understand.
Yeah, for sure. No,
definitely. But I'm wondering, is she up there with, before our time, like Elvis?
Nah, no way.
Beatles, like Michael Jackson at his height.
Nah.
I'm asking.
She's close.
But
I think she might
She's
be.
close, Drake. She's close.
What I don't know is the worldwide appeal. Like Michael Jackson, worldwide. He shut down streets like I can't
over in London, over in Japan, and China.
Yeah.
You don't think she'll do that?
Well, remember Michael Jackson sticking his head out the window at his bait, and you look down a blanket out there and everything. I don't know, man.
Are we
that obsessed with celebrity now as we were back then?
Yes.
More so, I think.
You think so?
Yeah. But it seems like it's more difficult for that one singular act to break through. But she's doing it. I mean,
she bigger than Jordan?
Well, I mean, that's hard. I was going to ask, she's bigger than Beyonce, right?
Oh, yeah. I hate to say it, but yeah. Jay, you going to get Jay started?
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about the quality.
Yeah. In terms of
impact.
The way people react. Yeah.
Now, who's been more influential?
Right.
But as far as just pure popularity,
it's
a runaway. That's why I'm wondering if she's up there with like some of the all-time musical just absolute icons.
Yeah. You thinking like Beatles and stuff where people are getting.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. You might be right, man. It's crazy because the thing about some of those other artists, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, they were something we really haven't seen before. Beatles coming from overseas, that mania.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, we ain't never seen anybody move. Taylor Swift, as great as she is, what's so special? It's almost like her celebrity, like Kim Kardashian, like she's famous for being famous almost. She's a great singer. It's great. Like, I love her music. But musically, you can't put her up there with Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin. Like, musically, she's not in that same category, but celebrity-wise, she may be ahead of them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
she hasn't really. The music's not. It's great, wonderful, very successful, but there's nothing groundbreaking about it,
right?
That's fine. But comparing her to some of those other artists we mentioned, she doesn't compare,
right? Yeah, that's. I mean, and when you talk about celebrities, are singers and musicians at the top of the list? Like, are there any actors don't move that needle? Do sports figures move that needle like
now,
that?
Complicating all that is the fact that you have influencers, and it wasn't that long ago. That wasn't even a thing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I watched the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game, and shame on me for watching it. And it's like, and here's influencer so-and-so. And I'm like,
who is that
person?
That is. But they got 100 million followers.
I think you guys are close. Like, Beyonce's got to be pretty close to that. Like, she moves the needle on everything. Yeah, I truly believe so. I mean, she may be the only problem is, and I'm choosing my words carefully here.
Okay.
With the way society and the political atmosphere that we're in, I could see people turning away from Beyonce because some of the things that she stood up for.
But Taylor does the same thing.
Yeah, but the problem is, and I hate this is on the surface.
Watch yourself, big
I
brother.
know,
Watch
I
yourself.
know. The color of the skin makes a difference.
Beyonce
and it's the
has
truth.
stood up for things that aren't necessarily as popular.
Very true. Topic wise, yeah.
Which is probably more admirable, but it can limit your popularity, right? I mean, it can, because that's obviously not what you care about if you're doing things like that.
But as Draper says, Taylor Swift has done that as well. No doubt about it. She stood up for some things,
time,
no doubt.
Big time.
Oh yeah, you got to give her a love now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the community work, speaking out against certain political figures, like
no doubt, for sure.
When we come back, just because ESPN says you're an NBA title contender, that doesn't mean you are, does it? Next on Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Throwing things at or onto a field or court can seriously injure people, unless it's that hockey thing where you throw the teddy bears on the ring. So they all get collected and given to kids.
All of them? No bear left behind.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, or the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Time now for your Sacktown Sports 1140 49ers report. Brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. The Niners lost their first preseason game to Denver 30-9 on Saturday night. Few of the starters played for Mike Shanahan's team. Mac Jones started at quarterback and drove the team down the field for a game-opening TV drive. However, that was all the offensive scoring for San Francisco. Next up for the Niners, they play in Vegas this Saturday afternoon. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity, introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the accolades keep coming in for A's first baseman Nick Kurtz. Based on batting almost 400 with a slugging percentage of nearly 1,000 in July, he becomes the 10th player to be named Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same calendar month, joining the likes of Buster Posey, Mike Trout, and Aaron Judge.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Mocash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports 1140. It's the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Thanks for being with us. I want to quickly thank Michael Castillo, reached out on social media. You know, we had Paul Gutierrez on to kick off the show, and Michael says, great Raider talk, guys. I know you're the 49er station, but you're Northern Cali. Raiders are from Oaktown, so always nice to hear some Raider talk, especially on this station. Thanks for keeping us Cali Raider fans happy. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You know, we talk all sports, all teams, and Raiders still got a huge following.
They do
out here. You know,
I turned my back on them. I did when they left.
You did when they left,
but I understand it, and they got a lot of loyal fans. And it's interesting, a guy like Paul Gutierrez, who grew up with them because he was down in, well, I guess central Southern California. So to him, it was the LA Raiders,
Raiders
originally.
Yeah,
right.
All Al Davis moving them back and forth like a shuttle bus out there. Yeah.
You know, there's a ton of people that will tell you the Raiders almost came here. You've heard that story?
I heard that story, yeah.
I don't know, but there's people say,
that would have changed
everything. That was
everything.
the thing. That really almost
that would have put us, that would have been huge. That would have been huge. So real quick, I know we got a lot of sports talk to get to, but your boy's on DoorDash right now because I'm starving, and I know at 4:00, I believe we have special guests coming in studio, so I got to get my grub before then. So I'll let you carry on for about 60 seconds if you want to opine on anything while I place this order.
Why don't you have our special guest bring it by for you?
I should. They're neighbors of mine.
Lady, yeah.
They're neighbors of mine.
And Mr. Sign Lady.
Mr. and Mrs. Sign Lady. Yeah.
What do you make of it? Well, I was going to ask you what you think of the schedule. You take a moment there to place your order.
No, go ahead.
We got
you can ask me.
A few more tidbits on the NBA schedule today. The league's going to have 4 games on January 19th, Martin Luther King Day. That's interesting to me because, you know, the last few years, the league has had a ton of games on Martin Luther King Day, and this year 4 games.
That's it.
Yeah, unless those are just the games that are going to be on TV.
Yeah, those might just be the national games, right? Yeah.
Let's see. Thunder will visit the Cavs. Mavericks will play the Knicks. Boston Celtics will visit the Pistons. Those are all on NBC. While the Bucks will play at Atlanta on Peacock. The Grizzlies, who have traditionally played on MLK Day, they will play games in London and Berlin that week against the Orlando Magic. We know that there will not be games on, let's see, Thanksgiving. The league doesn't play on Thanksgiving. We haven't seen that yet, but we know they don't play on Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Election Day, or the day of the NCAA men's basketball national title day. So we know that they won't be playing on those days. Other than that, they are just stretching the sucker out, Drake. Schedule release.
Yeah, and what I don't know, Whitey, is how much of, these new TV deals, ESPN, Amazon, or whatever, have they, like, for instance, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Is it exclusive to NBC that day where there are no other games? Like, that's, sort of like Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Will that just be the games? I did get a look at the schedule. I got to eyeball it, and we all have talked about, some of the opener and things like that.
So you could be one of these people that leaks on this date. This will happen.
That's not my role. Yeah, I could, but no need to, big fella. I'll wait till Thursday when it comes out, like everybody else. And but no, man, it's I will say it looks like there's a chance to do some damage early. You know what I mean? I know we got the Lakers and everything like that, but we've
open at the Suns and open at home to Utah.
Yeah, hopefully 2-0 right off the jump, and then you got that Lakers game, hopefully 3-0, and you start building some good vibes. But I want to see the full schedule come out. I heard Alan Stiles, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, they're going to go 14-6, 13. Without even knowing who they're playing. He's like, I just got that feeling. I'm like, dude,
Alan is that good.
Unless he got a copy of the schedule I don't know about. Maybe he went through it, but usually we do that after the schedule comes out. You know what I mean? Look and say, oh, they'll win this game, they'll lose that game, that kind of thing. So
opening week on ESPN on the 22nd, Cavs at Knicks, Spurs at Dallas, and then on the 23rd, OKC at Indiana, Denver at Golden State. One of the things that stands out to me early about the TV games that we know about is Cooper Flagg is prominently featured in a lot of these games.
Yeah. And I don't know if he moves the needle like that. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just
I don't think
me.
anybody knows, but they sure seem to think he will.
What, he got a Christmas Day game too, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Giannis on Christmas.
This ain't Wemby. Yeah.
Celtics? No, but I get that. But Cooper Flagg?
Cooper Flagg's on Christmas Day. And, I get it. Dallas should be solid with him and AD and everything. But I don't think that move. I'm not tuning in, especially at that point. His first game, I want to see. Yeah, let's see Cooper Flagg's debut. But by that point, and here's the thing about Cooper Flagg. No offense to him, because he's a tremendous ball player. But does he do anything that's must-see? Like, he's just a very good, like, it's not like he's a tremendous athlete like LeBron. It's not like he's the best shooter. He's not Steph Curry.
Right.
It's not like he's a freak of nature like Giannis. Not like he's a brilliant basketball like Jokic. Like, what is it that he brings to the table that warrants putting him in the Christmas Day slot?
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Yeah, that's a good question. From ESPN, the under-the-radar concerns for each NBA contender in the upcoming season. I don't want to waste a lot of time going over these under-the-radar concerns, but what do you think of the premise that these are contenders? Are these teams NBA contenders? Oklahoma City Thunder, of course they are, right?
Yep.
Denver Nuggets, yeah?
Yeah, you got to give them love.
Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yes.
Sure.
60 plus games last year.
New York Knicks?
Coming out of the East,
The
weak
East is kind of watered down, sure. Yeah. Houston Rockets?
Second in the West
Maybe.
last year. You had KD, okay.
Orlando Magic, are they a championship contender?
Somebody's betting high on them. I don't know quite yet. Championship?
Right. I'm with you.
Championship? I don't
Things
know.
break for them. Maybe come trade deadline, we'll look at them differently. But championship? Los Angeles Lakers. I know you would say yeah. I think you would say yeah. I'm not so sure.
The thing about it, Whitey, I don't know if they can get through the West. But if they did, they could beat anybody in the East. It's just that gauntlet, that road. I'd probably put them third or fourth in the West, to be honest with you.
How about L.A. Clippers?
I'm not buying the Clippers.
I'm not either.
They're too old.
Minnesota Timberwolves? Yeah, in all fairness.
I think they're going to take a step back, though.
Yeah, I agree. But still, if you say contenders, all right. I mean, Western Conference Finals and all that.
Okay.
Golden State Warriors.
What are we doing? See, come on. Who wrote that? Bontemps? This is terrible. How are they? Hold on now. You sure it doesn't just go 1 through 16 in the West? You know what I mean? Or 1 through 15 in the West?
These are contenders, they say. And it was each of the pieces is written by a beat writer. So I believe Slates wrote this one. But I don't, yeah, and that's it. Those are the teams they have as the contenders. They're not a contender.
They have the Warriors as a contender?
They have to because they want everyone to watch them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So they are, participating in that fairy tale because it's good for ratings.
Let me ask you, let me look at the list of teams. Who would I put ahead of the Warriors as a contender? Would you say Detroit's ahead of Golden State? I'm just I don't know. I'm just throwing this team out there.
Yeah, because they're in the East.
Okay. Nobody else in the East. Do you think San Antonio is more of a contender?
Yes, I don't think we know yet.
Okay.
I mean, the Warriors, if they have them last, I get it. But I just think right now, looking at them, I think it's a stretch to say the Warriors are championship contenders.
Well, what they could have done, Whitey, is the top 9 contenders.
Mm-hmm.
But they made it 10
right.
to throw the Warriors in there.
But the Clippers?
Clippers, I think people are high on because of the names, but the age. But here's the thing. We also got to remember, too, ESPN is a business.
Mm-hmm.
When you throw the Warriors in anything, when you throw Steph Curry in anything, when you throw the Lakers in anything, that generates conversation. That generates clicks.
Right.
So you might not even believe the Warriors are a contender, but it's good for business to include them in.
Yes,
that,
I agree. I agree. I just don't know how many more years any of us will be able to entertain that charade any further, right? Oh, the Warriors. Yes, the Warriors are contenders.
I got to see what Slate said about these guys. I got to see this. Well, here's the thing. He starts off by saying Jimmy Butler will turn 36. Draymond will turn 36. Steph will turn 38. Al Horford, the free agent basketball world has ticketed for the Warriors, will turn 40 next June. So hold on. So one of the oldest teams in the league, that's 4 projected starters attempting to fight off aging process.
Right.
I just don't see it.
Remember, this whole piece is the under the radar concerns for each contender. So he's saying, well, age is the under the radar concern for the Warriors. There's nothing under the radar about that.
We know it. Right.
It's looking them in the mirror literally every day.
Exactly. That's the story of who they are. And so he says they'll need a notable leap from the younger players on their roster. Who they got? Pajemski? Trace Jackson
Davis? Anybody is younger than the guys
younger
you
than
mentioned.
Right. Buddy Hield, right?
Yeah.
That's true. Actually, I just don't see it. I don't see it. But like we said, it's good for business to throw the Warriors in that mix.
Mm-hmm. Looks like nothing is going on between that team and Kuminga. That looks like they're not even talking. So there's 2 ways to view that. I know a lot of Kings fans look at that and say, ooh, something's going to happen. Other fans look at it and go, nothing's going to happen because nothing's happening.
I feel like we in a stalemate, we just in a holding pattern here. Yeah. Nobody's in a rush to do anything.
The Kings are outside the room, and you got Kuminga and the Warriors, and they're hashing it out. And the Kings are hoping that Kuminga's going to be our girl when this is all done, but they got to wait for for Kuminga and the Warriors to settle things. And depending on how they settle things, the Kings may just have to go, all right, see you later.
Right. The Kings are waiting to be invited to the dance.
Yeah.
And she might already have another boyfriend. Like those two might reconcile.
Right.
If you will.
Right.
Yeah. Fortunately for the Sacramento, for the Kings, it's not your, end all be all, if you will. Right. Like if you're the Kings and you miss out on Kuminga, all right, we good. We didn't want to overpay, because if he was the one player that you thought, all right, we got to have this guy, you'd up your offer. We haven't seen that yet, really. And so the Kings, they're Scott Perry's playing this the right way. I'm not going to overtip my hand. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to, you guys are the ones on the clock. I'm not on the clock if you're Scott Perry.
Yeah. I saw that. I think this is your guy, isn't he? Javonte Green, isn't he? One of
that is my guy. I love
Detroit.
Javonte Green. Javonte, here's the thing about you. He's a high flyer.
He'd have been a good fit here.
He would have been a good fit here. He can defend. He's a high flyer, and he's a good locker room guy.
Yeah.
You know who Javonte Green reminds me of? Our boy Mason Jones.
Mm.
Mason Jones know everybody in the league. I don't know if you ever watched Mason Jones dap up it. That's who Javonte Green is. He knows everybody in the league. He would have been a good fit here.
He shot the 3-ball pretty well last
year.
year.
Did he really?
35, I think.
Okay.
Not
I'll
a
take
lot,
that.
not on a high volume.
Yep.
Yeah. But gritty, he would have been a really good fit.
Yes. Tough, hard nose.
Going to Detroit.
Lob threat, going to Detroit basketball. So shout out to him, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's we still gotta, and I know you guys probably talked about Domas's comments from over the weekend, but it seems to me that we still got some holes we need to fill before opening night. So, whether it's the backup 3 position, whether it's the power forward position, like the roster isn't set yet.
You heard what Domas said in Rockland at his camp.
Yes.
And people probably making too much of that. He
right.
said, there's been changes. There'll be more changes.
There'll be more changes. He said it.
Here it comes.
That's the headline.
Tsunami of change.
Domas. There will be more changes. There it is. That's the one that got the clicks. Mm-hmm. But maybe he knows something, But I think we all, there's a lot of smoke. Westbrook, Kuminga, we've been tied to some names. And there's a reason why Russell Westbrook is still out there. It wouldn't surprise me if that came to fruition at some point.
The young guy, I think he's 14, does a really good job. Is it eSports?
Oh, yeah, E-Train. He comes across my timeline also.
Because he posted today, maybe it was yesterday, late yesterday. He said, well, if it looks like if Kuminga doesn't come here, then Westbrook won't come here because they need to clear out a guard spot. And your friend, Carmichael Dave, answered him and said, you are almost certainly correct about that.
Ooh. Yeah. No, because that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. In the Kuminga deal, we just talked about it. A guard ideally is going back to Golden State. If that deal doesn't happen, where's that guard going? Who's Russell Westbrook playing over if you're the Sacramento Kings? You got Zach. You got Schroeder as your starters. Keon got to play.
Mm-hmm.
Malik got to play. So is Russell Westbrook the 5th guard? Come on, man. He's not waiting around to be the 5th guard on the squad.
The only reason I can even see to bring on Russell Westbrook is if you think if he plays well, I could spin him off at the trade deadline. Otherwise, I don't get it. I guess it's something about, he brings that energy and the grit, and we, it's good for our culture. Other than that, and I know I keep saying it, I'm not going to belabor the point any further. I don't understand why Westbrook would come here, and it doesn't look like anyone else really wants him.
Right. But is it like Al Horford? Is it like DeAnthony Melton? You got the agreement, a handshake deal, if you will. But I would be surprised if that's the case with Westbrook, because he has to wait. Like the Kings got to open up a spot for him.
Yeah.
They got to make a move. And so, or maybe he's at the point of his career, Whitey, where he's in no rush. Al Horford's in no rush. We'll land with somebody.
Right.
We can wait and survey the landscape maybe and choose which team we go to.
I don't know if this applies to Westbrook, but I've read that Horford might be good with, I'll either go there or I'm done. I'm good either way.
Yeah.
I'll retire if I have to.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, right?
Yeah.
I don't, because you're not hearing Al with any other teams. Not hearing the Lakers or Houston or no other team. It's Warriors, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Westbrook, though, right?
Yes.
Are we hearing Westbrook with any other teams other than Sacramento? Maybe I'm missing out.
None.
Right.
I haven't heard any. Yeah. Did you hear any of I know you had a lot going on with your dental issues.
Yeah.
Did you hear Domas and what he had to say? Because Jay and I went back and forth on this yesterday, and Jay thought, he may be right. Jay thought, I don't mean to speak for him, but he said, yeah, it's just Domas and he's just talking. He's doing what Domas does, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I just thought I thought that it was clear that he really feels positively about the direction and the new regime. I thought, whoa, he's on board.
I didn't hear it. I'll be honest. The only thing I heard is about the changes, that little tiny clip.
Right. It did get wide play.
Did it get? Yeah. That got wide. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, think about it. If I'm Domas, I say in my post-season presser, And we heard some of the reports during the season on how he felt. Like Slates and Sam talked about Domas might, see how things shake out and assess his future. You got the coach that you work closely with, and I'm not sure how tight that relationship is, but, you and Doug had a good relationship. You got Scott Perry, and you get your point guard.
Yeah.
It's like, what else you know what I mean? Like, it seems like they heard Domas and went out and addressed some of the things that some of the concerns he had.
Mm-hmm. It's yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
and things can change, and maybe I'm overstating it, but I got that sense too. So did TC. In fact, it's time for check.
Oh, okay.
With TC, he's back.
Mic check.
What's up, TC? Say hello to Kyle Draper.
Hey, Mike, check it out. Drake, what's going on, man? Hey, how's your gums feeling, big dog?
Man, I'm struggling, man. These gums are struggling right now, man.
Hey, check it out. Hey, Whitey.
Yeah.
Drake, y'all gonna like this one. I'm not talking Niners or Kings, right? I'm coming WNBA.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
I'm coming WNBA. Look, I'm on Mike check it out, everybody. I'm talking about the whole Kelsey, Plum, and Caitlin, right? I really don't like Kelsey, bro. I don't know the lady from a can of paint, but I don't like her get down. I believe that's why she got ran out of Las Vegas. And then she went to the Sparks unless she signed as a free agent, but I thought she got traded. I don't like how she stand up fans. She don't ever sign autographs. She act like can't nobody never talk to her, bro. And then you want to keep hating on this girl, Caitlin. All she's doing is the total opposite of you. Signing autographs, kissing babies, hugging everybody, taking fans out. Bro, listen, dog. I'm not really feeling Kelsey, homie. That's all I got. I'm not feeling that girl, bro. I really don't like her, dog. That's all I got.
All right, thank you, TC. TC's first ever WNBA.
How about that?
That was different.
Yeah.
I missed that beef. Maybe I missed that beef that's on social or something. I didn't know it was that much of a issue going on right now.
I'm concerned about Caitlin Clark's short-term future as far as this season.
Safety?
Whether we're going to see her. No, whether she's going to play.
You worded that correctly. I thought you were going to say the injury, like her groin, but you didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
No, but not only her, Angel Reese also. Two of the biggest stars in the WNBA are out right now. Mm-hmm. And you know what's interesting? I was at trade night over at Emran's shop, True Sports Card.
What'd you get again?
Kobe Bryant.
Laker.
I got a couple other
Laker
things too. Yeah, got Kobe.
Yeah.
So
you went to see the area's most renowned Laker fan, and you bought Laker.
A Laker. See, you see where I was going, Whitey.
You know what else I bought?
Let me guess.
Yeah.
No, I
got Magic. Kareem.
Right.
James Worthy's rookie card.
No, I got a J. Will jersey card also. Oh, no. Yeah, I got a J. Will jersey.
Mar Odom
had to balance it out. You know what I mean? You can't just buy all Lakers gear.
Derek Fisher,
Robert Ory,
Eddie Jones signed shoe.
I did meet the world's biggest Eddie Jones fan.
Really?
This guy lives in Sacramento, and he might even be listening right now. I was like, yeah, I went to Temple. He's like, I'm the hugest Eddie Jones, and Eddie Jones was my guy at Temple. And so this guy said he had. Did he say he had 90 Eddie Jones basketball cards or something like it? Like that's his number one player. But I was going to say, fellas, Caitlin Clark's cards are still moving. They still hold value, even though she's only played, 15 games or whatever it's been.
Ooh, they should.
Yeah, but I was wondering when the sparkle was going to, go off. Like, will she come back down to earth in terms of her popularity? It has not happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't even played in a while.
She's a basketball god, Drapes.
Goddess.
Yeah.
She's a basketball goddess. Why would her car come down?
She ain't played.
Doesn't matter, man. If LeBron don't play, does his value come down?
All right.
But if LeBron didn't play in like year 2 or 3, yeah. I mean,
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, but people are still like, it's so crazy. Indiana Fever games are still selling out on the road. And she ain't even playing. It's just to look at her, get a glimpse. Oh, she's, and how about this?
Superstar.
You want to know the Caitlin Clark effect? And I might get in trouble for this. I'm going to say it. Look at her teammates and the popularity they get. Sophie Cunningham played for years in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to Indiana, and now she's everywhere on social media.
Right.
Got her own podcast now. Like, she's sort of like, talking about Caitlin, the LeBron of the WNBA, or Steph. Like, if you're associated with them, there are some benefits that come with that.
Now, Caitlin's not as big as Taylor Swift, though, right?
Heck no. Come on.
She close.
I'm just asking.
No,
Okay,
it ain't, Jay. Don't come on.
I'm just thinking into the Taylor Swift fans
Jay,
right
you
now.
may have to sit out all Taylor Swift conversations.
That's fine. Let's do it.
You've been going back and forth on the text line.
Oh, yeah.
People,
You know
I'm
how it is.
I may have to protect Jay from these
No,
conversations.
please. Because, the good part about it is I just like to stick the knife in just a little bit. It's like Giants fans. It's like Lakers fans. A lot of what I'm saying right now, I could care less about. But if you're going to take it seriously, I'm going to let it go.
We're coming back with a shout out to the real fans who showed up to watch the A's last night. Next on Sacktown Sports.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings. Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more. And then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
Always more Kings talk to discuss.
And we've got you covered. It's the Drive Guys.
Yeah, we got some interesting comments about the Kings and other things on the Chateau today. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. If you want to hit us up with a text or give us a call. Drape's back today. Still nursing some dental issues. They've had every time they go in there, it's like they find something else. They got to go back in there and do more.
Yeah, your boy Gums, they're messed up. I know that. You know, my dentist went through a change. My old dentist left, and her practice was taken over, and I hadn't been in there. And so I knew I had some issues. But an extraction, a root canal, back to like in less than a week and a half, that's a little too much.
Yeah, and the root canal was because the extraction didn't go as well as they thought, or they found something in the...
No, that was a different tooth. Like, so to get to the tooth that needed the root canal...
Are you sure these people are actually dentists?
Now you got me thinking. Now you got me thinking, big fella. No, they're dentists, man. I'm not going to hate. It's actually, they're really nice people. Really nice. They do a great job explaining the cost and everything. You know, they got the anticipated expected patient portion of the bill, which I appreciate. But damn, 2.5 hours yesterday, an hour and a half today. That's torture, bro. And usually I'm fine, man. They're like, man, you handled that like a champ. Dude, I was so pissed off, Whitey. I was so angry because I was late to my therapy, late coming here. You know, I never want to be late coming here. And but yeah, they set me back.
Now, Jay's laughing. I didn't laugh. Jay was the one that laughed. I didn't laugh.
Dude, all I'm saying is I got to get through tomorrow, and your boy is... You know what's so sad, though? I don't know if you thought about this.
What's that?
But after tomorrow, we're not going to see each other for a while.
I know.
Like 3 weeks.
I didn't know you had more days off this week.
Thursday,
I probably
Friday.
did have that somewhere.
I told you.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
It's on the schedule. It's on the schedule.
I'm sure you did.
I got the... maybe you were out when I talked about this, but I'm going to an event in SoCal honoring...
Oh, you did tell me about that.
Barry Bonds, Aaron Donald, Wayne Gretzky, Spike Lee. So
probably go check out Laker camp or something.
I might do that. Do that. Real quick, fellas. I do need some advice.
Out there playing with Rico Hines and company.
I know.
Yeah.
Real quick. I need because something just came up. Our boy Mike Bibby has a podcast.
Yeah.
And he's doing this podcast live this weekend, Saturday in Phoenix at a casino. His producer texted me and said, Drapes, you need to slide through. Come watch the podcast live. Shaq is their special guest.
Wow.
He's like, come hang out. You know, I'll get you backstage. We may go out to dinner afterwards. You should come through. Now, I'll be in L.A. Saturday, and I was going to fly back. But should
Shaq best known for his time with the Lakers. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. But should I go from L.A. to Phoenix to support my boy Mike Bibby? But here's the catch, the caveat. I'm supposed to have the kids that night.
In L.A.?
No. I fly back, and then I get the kids.
Oh, okay.
So I say, hey, talk to the ex. Hey, can you watch the kids one more night? Or is that like, dude, you already been out of town a couple nights.
I think you know the answer.
Damn Skippy, I know the answer.
You don't need our
We're
advice.
about to go to Phoenix if the price is right. So, but because here's the thing, why do you
Straight
know
to
this?
the desert, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. I bend over backwards for these kids. Dad needs some time too.
When school start? Tomorrow?
They started
Last
last
Thursday.
week.
Oh, they back. Oh,
Yeah,
man, come on. You got time. They gonna be busy anyway.
I know. I think I'm gonna go.
Spencer Lampkin says, I like Russ, but I don't know if he fits with our guys. How about this theory? The J-Man. Regarding Westbrook, could that be coming from Domas? They played together early in Domas's career in OKC. They could want to play together again. I don't
Domas play like 1 year. Like, come on. Come on.
I just like the detective work.
Right.
I'm not sure I'm on board with your theory, but I mean, you found a lot of evidence there, connecting a lot of dots.
When you said that, I got the Brian Windhorst meme, where he puts up his fingers. What could be going on here, right?
Yeah. Hey, Jay Seekins. Is Jay just took off.
Oh, he took off? Why? Somebody got something for him?
Well, someone points out, Seekins 4 points out, Texas Longhorns ranked number 1 in preseason college rankings.
Oh,
but
yeah,
week 1 against Ohio State, they're underdogs.
Yeah,
which I believe is the first time in history.
Yeah, the number 1 team, an underdog in week 1.
Right.
Ohio State's number 3.
Yeah.
Defending national champs.
Mhm.
Where's that game at? Where's that game at? What's the biggest college football game you've ever been to?
I haven't been to many.
Yeah.
Causeway Classic. I was at Cal against West Virginia once, but that wasn't. I've never been to like a big bowl game or anything like that.
Like, how big is college football out here? Like, Sac State's trying to do
bigger,
some
I
things.
think.
Yeah.
The Causeway Classic is endangered now. Did you hear about that?
No, what happened? I saw a headline. What happened?
Well, UC Davis is saying the Causeway is like a non-conference game for us. We already have our non-conference game scheduled, so we just don't have room for it on the schedule, but we'll play it again in 2027 if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're doing it this year, though, right?
I don't.
Really?
I don't know that they are. And apologies, Scott Marsh is probably listening. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, he's like, I got the schedule right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's terrible.
Mhm.
Like, that should be something that just
Well,
every year that should be marked down.
College football now is turning its back on tradition.
Mm-hmm.
All over the place, and they've college football has learned that maybe it's not as important as we thought. Some older fans, probably like us, college football is all about tradition, and the conference rivalries. Like, nope, not
anymore, man, not anymore. I do plan on getting out to some Sac State games this season. As long as the schedule allows it. They open up on the road. Their first 2 games. Was talking to my guy Lim Adams, former trainer, who's now a wide receiver coach at Sac State. I'll probably go out to practice. Because here's the thing, Whitey, we got to support our local teams. Like, we can't say, oh, well, we don't have big the way you get the high level D1 is showing your support. And so I'll be out there at Sac State football, Sac State basketball as well. So I'll go check them out, man.
Yeah, but you know how it is. I remember a few years ago, within the last 15 years, whatever it was, and Ohio State's playing Michigan at the same time the Causeway Classic was on. And you're watching one and it's like, oh my goodness. Then you turn and watch the other one. And it's like it looks like comparatively, it's just not the same game, is what I'm saying. So
yeah,
and we're sophisticated fans here, and college football is growing, but it's Sacramento, but we're right next door to a huge market. So, fans just appreciate, what real big time Division I football is. But we're moving in the right direction with the 2 local teams.
Yeah, we're moving, and it's going to take some time. But I will say, Coach Marion, he's recruiting some big time athletes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
the talent level is getting better at Sac State.
By the way, and I think I may have misspoke here. With Sac State leaving the Big Sky Conference after the 25 season, the annual matchup will need to be moved to a non-conference schedule. UC Davis already has a full slate of non-conference matchups in 2026. So yes, this year we're good to go with the Causeway Classic.
All right.
2026, we don't know. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to the officially 7,731 fans who showed up to watch the A's and the Rays last night. The Rays won the game 7-4. That's the lowest crowd count of this season. It's only the second time this season the A's have had an attendance that started with the number 7. So, it's getting to the point now. I think Boston is the only real big name team that's coming in the rest of the way.
They are coming in.
Yeah. And not that the A's were playing for much this year, but people are turning their attention to football. And the Rays are not a very exciting opponent. So we're probably going to see some smaller crowds. But, congratulations to those who went out. I hope they had a good time. Good for you. You're a baseball fan.
You sounded like you patronizing, if you will, the fan base. Do you really mean that?
To those who went out, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me look at the schedule. You got the Halos coming to town. All right. Tigers.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. We got Sacramento royalty walking in. My neighbors, Texas Rangers. How about that? Nah?
Not a huge draw. Good team.
Cincinnati? Nah?
You know, we already had the schedule was front loaded with the Mets and the Cubs and San Diego and the Yankees and teams like that.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll be joined by Sign Lady and Mr. Sign Lady. I don't know. Is that okay, Nico?
He's like, I don't care.
Nico
I don't
Barbara
care.
Rust, the famous Sign Lady.
In studio.
In studio next. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
The Drive Guys.
From the 925, Braun has not lived up to his end of the bargain. Fake bubble ring is a joke.
Is that Daryl Morey's burner?
Would you want LeBron to join Sabonis to finish his career where he started?
Kings fans, would they want LeBron right now? Right now.
You can listen to the Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. NC 23 while supplies last.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. NC 23 select models only.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity, introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the accolades keep coming in for A's first baseman Nick Kurtz. Based on batting almost 400 with a slugging percentage of nearly 1,000 in July, he becomes the 10th player to be named Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same calendar month, joining the likes of Buster Posey, Mike Trout, and Aaron Judge.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our Giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Mocash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Yeah, Kyle Draper is back today, and we've got some special guests in the studio. We're just getting them squared away. We're getting them all set up here. Sign Lady and Mr. Sign Lady. Barbara and Nico Rust are with us. They're your neighbors, right, Dre?
They are. We shop at the same grocery store, and we'll talk about that. I need to ask them how they holding up with these high prices of bacon and eggs in the grocery store nowadays. Oh my gosh, I've been having to go to Winco lately, and stock up there because groceries are out of control right now.
How you doing, Nico?
Great. Yeah, we getting them on?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
It doesn't work. You can't hear anything. No.
Okay. Hey, you want to turn them up, or is he turned up?
We're turned up. Yeah.
We all the way
Maybe
up?
those headset doesn't work. It was just sitting over here, Jay. Here's another one. Maybe this one's better. Anyway, as I say, we're just getting set up.
We're getting organized here and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Jay's keep going, keep talking.
Jay's gonna get us going. So Kyle Draper, real quick here before we get to Sign Lady and Mr. Sign Lady. The 49ers have a lot of injuries at the wide receiver position. They worked out 4 wideouts today. Kyle Shanahan had said we might have to sign a free agent, and they don't really want to. But today they worked out. What do you think of this bunch of free agents? Jalen Camp, Frank Darby, Kwame Lassiter, and Malik Turner. Hello. Who?
I mean, when you look at the Niners injuries, especially to the wide receiver core, not only do they not, in my opinion, have a number 1, they really don't even have a number 2 right now. Like, who's there? Aiyuk's injured. Juwan Jennings injured. Is it Tricky Ricky P? Is he really a number 1 or even a number 2 at his best? And so, fortunately for the Niners, you still got 3 weeks to go before the season, but coming off a 6-11 year, coming off the injuries you had last year, the contract situation, this is the last thing you want.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the Aiyuk situation, he won't be back till week 6. Juwan Jennings, the reports are, no movement at all on contract negotiations, zero movement. And so Fortunately for the Niners, you get CMC back. You'll use him in the passing game. George Kittle's back, but Brock Purdy's weapons, man.
Brock Purdy's throwing to Kittle and CMC, like you say.
Right. That's
heavy,
it.
Heavy
That's
diet.
It. Heavy diet. You know, might be a dink and dunk offense this year.
You know, Jordan Watkins played in the preseason game Saturday against Denver, and you know, it's just a preseason game, but he looked pretty good. And then they found out high ankle sprain, he's going to be out.
Right.
So it's they're relying a lot on Ricky P as well.
Like Seekins4 on the YouTube chat says, Kittle is the number one. He is by default right now. You know, we good? We everybody good?
Yeah. We welcome in here once again to Sacktown Sports. They've been on the show before, of course.
Yep.
We got Barbara and Nico, Rust, Sign Lady, and Mr. Sign
Mr.
Lady,
Sign, Mrs.
Our Sign Man. What do you refer to yourself as, Nico?
Nico.
Yeah,
right.
Nico. There we go. Yeah. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. You excited about the new direction of things right now, or what do you make of where the Kings are after that tumultuous year last year? Any idea what to make of any of it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm being patient.
I guess my question for you is, we got some new players, Neek, Max, my guy Dennis Schroeder. When do you guys start formulating? When do you start formulating the sign you're going to create for the new players?
We get that question a lot.
Oh,
it won't happen until we watch them play.
Really?
Because part of the sign process is getting to know the player and something about them that's kind of unique and gives us the idea for what we're celebrating. It's always got to be something positive that we notice about them that's different.
Do you ever end up with signs that for whatever reason you don't ever use? Make a sign and then there's something like it's not appropriate anymore, or you just never bring it out? You ever have signs that don't make it to
I think
stage?
there's been a few signs that kind of got put away because they might have disappeared before we even had a chance to hold it up.
Hey.
Well, some signs are kind of situational, so they're meant for like a one game, maybe 2 games, but sometimes one. We try to make one for every player that lasts for the season, but sometimes it's a one and out deal.
Yeah.
Nico, you guys ever get stopped at the front gates? No, we're not letting that in. Or at this point, we getting in no matter what. Like if I tried to walk through with some signs or, a fan, do they just let anybody in, or you guys got privilege now?
We literally cannot walk through the front door with our signs.
Really? Do I need to know how you get them in, or?
Well, no, when the place opened, that was our first thought is, we can't bring signs anymore.
Yeah.
Because they were saying all the signs have to be this size or whatever. And so we talked with the head of security, and he's like, she's a Hall of Famer. She's bringing her signs. So you're going to enter through this spot. So we have to go through
a different entrance.
Entrance.
Okay.
How did the whole thing start? What was your first sign? Whatever prompted you to come up with bringing signs to the games?
We talked about that a little bit today about the first. There were a very few first signs up until a certain point. One was Lionel Simmons. He made this beautifully illustrated train sign, and there were a few more. I had a thing about the animal Michael Smith, and so we made one for him. Just a couple here and there, but it really took hold with Chris Webber.
Really?
And that's a story.
Yeah.
Well, we got time here. I'd love to hear that story.
So why don't you do that one?
It's all C-Web's fault.
Yeah, he really started it.
Well, when he first came here, you're well aware that there was kind of people not happy with him because he missed the first practice and so on. And so she
took him a while to get on board, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Which,
sure,
it wasn't a big surprise, I think, to people, but some people weren't happy about that. So she decided right away, we need to make a sign to welcome him, to say, hey, we're glad you're here and we're happy to have you. So we made the first sign for him. She held it up at the first game we went to. And he came up to her at the end of the game, just walked right up to the, you know where we used to sit on the end of the court, and kind of just called her over and talked to her for a good 2 minutes straight, just him and her face to face, saying
eye to eye contact. And there were kids all over the place screaming, they wanted an autograph, blah, blah, blah. He was totally
locked in, huh?
Are you willing to share with us what he said? I mean, maybe it was just between you and he, but
no, he said, "Thank you very much for doing that. I really appreciate it." He had been taking a tremendous amount of criticism from the local press, maybe radio shows, and I thought, well, this isn't good. This is not how you start in Sacramento. And I told him, we have to do something about this. We got to make sure he feels somebody wants him here. So that was the beginning.
So then she realizes from that conversation, we can make a difference with players. We can send them messages. They're going to see it. And she knew how much it meant for him. So that's when it started. Okay, I'm going to make so-and-so a sign. I'm going to make so-and-so a sign. And then it just kind of snowballed.
Was that, as Nico and Barbara Rust, of course, was that at all a surprise that players, Chris Webber, the first one, actually started responding to what you were doing?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that particular team, that Weber team, you're very familiar how wonderful that whole era was. They were totally into it. According to Chris, when they came out of the tunnel and turned around and started to warm up, they were looking for me to see what I was holding that night. And it almost became a contest. It's like, who's getting the sign tonight?
Oh, wow.
And they, he told us they loved it. They were looking for that. So we found out for them, it was a big deal. There was a sign for everybody on that team.
Now, we didn't know that while it was happening. He told us this after he was done playing.
Okay.
I see. Yeah.
How do you guys decide which signs to bring? Do you bring one? Do you bring some for the whole team that night? How does that go? Take me through a pregame, if you will, before you guys hop in the car and head into Sacramento for the game.
It's an experience.
Really? And do you always agree on which sign to bring? Or
no, not always. In the old days, the old arena, we used to use thinner signs, so we could fit like 35 of them in our sign case. Okay. So we could throw lots of them in there. We could bring one for every player plus situational stuff, and that's why everyone was like, "Oh my God, she has a sign for everything. How does she know that's going to happen?" It's like people think we bring like one sign and we just got lucky and
right.
It's like, no, we're ready for pretty much anything. But now we use much thicker boards.
Yeah.
So we can only fit probably 14 in the case, maybe.
Only 14.
Yeah. We got more with Nico and Barbara Rust, sign lady. And Nico, you got any questions for him? 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140, as we're venturing down memory lane. We've already found out a lot about the whole sign lady process, and we got more to come here with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
The Drive Guys.
From the 925, Braun has not lived up to his end of the bargain. Fake bubble ring is a joke.
Is that Daryl Morey's burner?
Would you want LeBron to join Sabonis to finish his career where he started?
Kings fans, would they want LeBron right now? Right now.
You can listen to the Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Time now for your Sacktown Sports 1140 49ers report, brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. The Niners lost their first preseason game to Denver 30-9 on Saturday night. Few of the starters played for Mike Shanahan's team. Mac Jones started at quarterback and drove the team down the field for a game-opening TV drive. However, that was all the offensive scoring for San Francisco. Next up for the Niners, they play in Vegas this Saturday afternoon. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. I love spending a day on the golf course with invited friends, but not with uninvited mosquitoes, which can carry serious diseases like West Nile virus. Don't let mosquito bites ruin your round or your health. Stay safe while playing golf, hiking, or enjoying the outdoors with family. Defend yourself with insect repellent. For tips about your golf game, listen for Golf to Go. But for more tips on protecting yourself and your home from mosquitoes, visit fightthebite.net. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. Try the TrackMan experience, the very best technology to fit your metalwoods and irons. The new cutting-edge putter fitting studio with its $30,000 worth of technology is ready for your fitting. Hagen Oaks will help you find the best putter for your game. Hagen Oaks offers more technology, more choices, and more service. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531, 808-2531 for more.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair, the Drive Guys.
Oh, what a pair we have with us today in studio. We have Barbara Rust, Nico Rust, that sign lady, of course, and they're sharing the history of the signage at Kings games, and they've literally brought scrapbooks.
Yeah.
It's incredible going through these. And I know before we went to break, Drapes, you had just asked Nico a question, and he wasn't really able to answer before I
cut him off.
Time out.
Time
Yeah,
out.
before I rudely cut him off. But you were wondering how they decide which signs to bring.
Yeah, which
or-
signs to bring? What's that conversation like?
Well, first of all, you figure out who might not be playing.
Okay.
Which sometimes that's why we're listening to you, the
Okay.
radio, because you'll tell
The
us
injury reports and stuff like that. Yeah.
Because that can get pulled. And then any other pertinent information. Also, it involves if someone's coming back. Because when they come back, I insist on holding up their sign when they come and warm up on our end. And we usually always get a wave or a.
Let me ask you this, though, because I
That's
got a
important
question
to
about
me.
that, Barb,
Uh-huh.
because there are some players that leave unceremoniously, like where fans are, so if a Buddy Hield or a Marvin Bagley, does it matter, the way they exited?
No.
Still show them love and support when
The
they come
whole
back.
thing's very positive, isn't it? Everything you do with these signs, it's all about positivity.
Well, the main thing I want them to understand is loyalty and positivity. And I understand it's a business. Sometimes have to leave. That doesn't mean we don't always care about them, wish them the best, love them. And when they come back, it's like, hi, we're glad to see you kind of thing. And usually we get a smile for that. It's because I think sometimes, especially the first time they come back, it's a little hard for them to come out on that floor in front of all the Kings fans. And what are they going to do? Are they going to be nice? Are they going to boo? Or what are they going to do?
Right.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that, sir?
And say in those books you're just looking at, you'll see lots of pictures of players either waving to us or or like you said, showing a heart sign, or sometimes they'll come up and give us a hug, depending on which player is in town that night.
Here's a question for you from Trey on the text line. Can you guys ask Barb what the sign said that got Weber's attention? That sign that started all. What did the Chris Webber sign say?
That was the one about Sports Illustrated.
Oh yeah. I don't remember the exact wordage. It's like number one
In Sports Illustrated.
in Sports Illustrated rankings, or they had some kind of story about and number one in sack. I don't remember the exact thing. It was just simple. I think we might even had the article like glued onto it.
Right. Obviously, Hall of Fame, there isn't a game that goes by that, we don't see you and everything like that. When it comes to the players, has anyone ever said, can I keep that sign? Do you give it to, or do you have to make another one for them to keep or anything like that?
Well, we have given signs to players without them asking, just
right.
special ones that we'll make.
Is there a running list?
I do have a list at home of all the people we've made signs for and given away. Because at one point I took a picture of like every sign we had just to see how many, and it was like 500 at the time. And then I had to make a list of, okay, which ones do we not have, but remember giving to people. And it was a big list. It wasn't always just players. It was, other people also, but, I can only think of one player that specifically asked us for a sign. And that was Chris Webber, who wanted to hang them in his restaurant.
Oh, really?
So he wanted two of our signs actually, but we said, these are kind of, used and beat up a little. So we went and reproduced them brand new and gave them to him the next time we were there.
Yeah.
So those were prominently displayed above the entrance to the kitchen for quite a while.
Wow.
And then he took them with him when he left.
But
the most recent example of that was when De'Aaron came back at the end of the season. I can't remember the date. Do you? It's late. And of course, I had been listening all day long on the radio about, we're going to boo him. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. Okay. I'm freaking out. This guy has spent how many years on this team? Being an all-star, playing as, what? I mean, I was devastated. So I told him, this cannot happen. So we put together a sign, very clearly. Thank you. We loved you. blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the game, we walked over to his wife, and I had it in my hand, and she said, "Can I take that? Can I have that?" And I was like,
"Oh, wow!"
I almost lost it. So yes, we gave it to her. So there's one of them.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Darren and his family have that one.
Yeah. She wanted to take it. Yeah.
I thought
they actually have two.
Yeah.
And he can tell you about the other one because he did the art.
Yeah, because when she took this one, we said, "Oh, we already gave you the sign." Because when Rain was born, we made a special sign saying, like, "Baby Rain, Baby All Star," or something. Drew a little fox shooting a hoop.
And you drew it.
Well, okay, I drew it, and we gave it to him after a game. We got to go down and talk to him. Darren was like, "Man, you drew this on there?" And it's like, so took a picture with him and gave it to him. And when I reminded her, we already gave you one sign before, and she goes, "Yeah, it's hanging on Rain's bedroom wall right now."
Wow. Yeah.
So we felt kind of honored.
Yeah.
So Nico, you're the artistic genius behind some of these signs. Huh?
All the signs.
Wow. Are you formally trained, or are you just you always had an interest in it?
I've always tinkered around drawing.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, I can draw pretty well. The signs I don't get to really draw too intricate stuff. Sometimes I get to draw some cool logos or something, but I like the ones where I get to draw things on there.
Right.
But the whole process is kind of a real team effort. It's kind of changed over the years. Even I think we both like go over what we want to say, and that takes the longest amount of time, believe it or not. It's like,
really,
what should we say exactly? Because one of us will throw out an idea, and then
you don't have that much space, right? It's got to be concise.
That's part two.
Yeah.
Figure out what to say, and then you go to a board, and we have all these letters from like bulletin board.
Yeah.
Letters, and we just lay them out and put, we can't say that because that's not going to fit. So what word could we put instead? And then sometimes the whole thing goes out the window and we start over. So the process can be hours, days, weeks, depending on if we like something. But basically, if one of us doesn't like it, we don't do it.
Right. You both got to agree on it. Yeah.
There's only a couple signs that I made because I pitched and she didn't want, and I went, "No, I'm making it."
I was going to say, has Barb ever overruled you and said, "Nope, we got to do this one"?
Oh yeah, I think it's gone both ways.
Okay,
but there was two where she was like, "No."
You remember which ones those were, or you don't want to say?
Oh, I know which ones they are. And the fans loved them.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell
Yeah,
me.
which ones was it?
I was completely wrong. I'm going to admit it.
And then she held them up after that. It's like, okay. The first one was for Sleep Train when it was like towards the end.
Yeah.
And so we did a play on the song, Insane in Membrane.
Oh yeah.
So it was Insane in Sleep Train, Insane in the Train, and it had like little graphics.
Okay.
Cowbells ringing.
Yeah. All right.
And people really liked that one. And the other one came on something we were watching at home, and Quincy AC just threw one down on top of somebody, and I screamed, "AC in your facey!" And I'm like, "Oh, I need to put that on a sign." Right. So we blew up his head, put it in the middle, and put "AC in your facey." And she's like, "No, we're not doing that." And I'm going, "I'm making it."
Like, this is clever. This is amazing.
And people like that one too.
Right. That's funny. Go ahead, Whitey.
Years ago, as you guys may remember, we used to have, when I was doing a morning show here, we had Derek Martin on once a week. And I was just looking through the scrapbooks you brought in. Is it true that Derek Martin had the strongest reaction, or one of the stronger reactions to any sign you've ever made?
I was going to say, how did you know that? But
I just happened to see it in there. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, I think it is true. It was, back at Old Arco.
And he didn't play much.
Yeah. And they were warming up, and she held up I think it said like dazzling, what did it say?
Dazzling Edition.
Driving,
dazzling edition, whatever.
It's all D words, and then
Derek. And he saw that from, they might even have been on the other side of the court, or maybe it was ours, but he was about half court.
Yeah.
And he literally starts jumping up and down and pointing like, I think at his wife up in the stands, going like, look over there, look over there. And he loved it. It was hilarious. I think that was probably the most animated reaction we got.
Yeah. Did you guys ever think that this would grow into this? Like when you first started, like what was your mindset when you first started? And then did you have to say, well, hell, we got to do this every game?
Yeah, no, we did not.
Mm-hmm.
It was started mostly because of the position of our seats at Arco. We had gotten those tickets sight unseen.
Mm-hmm.
We just took a chance, and they ended up being just unbelievable and very close to the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So after that episode with Weber, and I said to him, okay, I now realize that because of where we sit, if we need to send a message to one of them or the team as a whole, they're having a rough game, you want to say, don't give up kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're right there,
They see it. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's how it really got going because of that it's not as easy in the new at Golden One. It's not as easy because they pushed us back and they gave us seats. But yeah, now I forgot what we're
just how it started. And did you expect it to grow this?
And then it became a thing about everybody just was watching and expecting us to do something. And then the next thing that happened is we believe it was Jim Kozamore started calling me Sign Lady.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't even know it for a while. He was doing it on the air. And
I will text him right now and ask him.
No. And at first I was like, no.
I don't want that. Yeah.
And I finally, after about a whole season of that, I finally gave in and said, okay, because people were walking up to me in grocery stores.
Yeah.
Lots of places besides the arena and getting all excited. Oh, Sign Lady, I love you. And I finally went, okay, they don't know my name, so I'm going to go with it because that's how they know me.
Yeah.
And all the kids at our school called her King's Lady because she always wore King stuff.
Okay.
She literally brainwashed hundreds of kids over the years to become King's fans.
Great job.
And so she always went with King's Lady. Okay, I'll be King's Lady. And when they start calling her Sign Lady, she's like, no, I'm King's Lady, not Sign Lady. Because there was a sign man at the time.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There definitely
wow.
was. He was up where I used to sit.
He would spin around in circles for the signs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of, he was the opposite end of the court.
Okay.
And she's like, I don't want to, take anything away from him. He's sign man. I'll be King's Lady. But once they started calling her Sign Lady on the air,
right,
it was too late. She embraced it when she saw how many fans actually reacted
when they
positively.
came up to me out in public and said that, I mean, I'm not going to stop and go, no, that's not my name.
Right.
Yeah, Barb and Nico Russ, of course, Sign Lady, and the artist behind the whole thing, Nico, drawing up all these signs. Have you guys ever gotten any reaction from visiting teams or visiting players, or is that just they just don't pay any attention to you? I guess maybe when it's Kings players that come back, but
well, Weber said they'd be on the court because I know on the one interview he said we'd be on the court and Kobe would be like, "Oh man, she must all love you. She's got another side." So
really,
so they were seeing it as well.
Wow.
I don't think so much anymore. I don't think that was a big deal then. Yeah. We don't know.
Sure.
But also wanted to say about that King's Lady comment. That came from Jordan Ford.
Oh, did it?
My number 40 on the list.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Drapes, they have in these scrapbooks of all this memorabilia, they have their ballot from our
from the
last
top
summer.
40 Kings.
Yeah, it's in here.
Really?
And I'm not apologizing for that.
Okay. All right. Jordan Ford. Oh, yeah.
You're going to be on my list.
You taught him. Yeah.
He called me that as a 4-year-old when
King's Lady.
Really?
Yeah. I taught at a school called Oakview. Shout out to all my Oakview students in Orangeville. And his sister was in kindergarten, and he was not in kindergarten yet. He was a preschooler.
Mm-hmm.
The family came to a picnic, and I noticed him. He did have some Kings gear on, came walking up to me, looked up, and said, "You're the Kings lady."
Oh man.
And I just melted, and I went, "Well, yeah, I guess I am." So from that point on, he was in the kindergarten the next year, and he and I were like, we couldn't wait to have a minute together because he knew the players. We were talking about it, and totally into it. Yeah.
Do you want to hear what Coase has to say?
Yeah, you take what he said.
Coase said, "I'm pretty sure I was the one. There was Sign Lady who was great, and another person who wore a Sign Man shirt, not related to Sign Lady. She was great though." So Coase thinks he was the first
one
to start calling you out.
We think so too.
We think so too. Yeah.
What's it? Tell me about the Hall of Fame when you got word you're going to be in the Hall of Fame out there in Mass, and have you been there and have you seen? No. What was that like though? That call?
I'm just total shock because most people probably don't know this, but when I first found out that people were talking about this or trying to nominate me, I'm like going, no.
You just didn't want any part of it.
That shouldn't be me, And I really fought it. And,
I told her to put an entry in, and she's like, "No, I'm not going to do that."
No, I'm not one that likes lots of
self-promotion and
yeah.
So I had to laugh when you said earlier,
that
Lon Simmons, I think said,
if you have to promote yourself,
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I laughed because she literally did not do that, and enough people did that ESPN contacted the Kings and said, "We're getting all these nominations for this Sign Lady person.
Yeah.
Can we get her numbered at?" And so they actually contacted us. The Kings said, "Hey, ESPN wants to talk to you," and we're like, "What?" So once that happened, she still was like, but she's like, "I don't want to let down Kings fans. If there is so many Kings fans that are putting that nomination out, okay, I'll let them put my name on the ballot."
Yeah, he had to kind of talk me into it.
Yeah. Barb, I'm going to ask you a personal question. If you don't want to answer, I understand. I know you had an illness. I had an illness that was somewhat similar. I'm just wondering how much this, being a part of all this, being such a part of the fan base and the Kings basketball and being such a fan, how much that helped you through your recovery?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
And that's an answer to your question about I was not able to go to the ceremony because I was in the middle of radiation treatments, and it was not a good time to just take a trip.
Sure. Right. Yeah.
Because I had to have one every single day for about 6 weeks. Wow. So the Kings very graciously arranged to have it. How did they streamed it?
Yeah, it was a watch party
into the locker room, and they decorated the locker room for me, and it was very thoughtful. And very, I really appreciated it. But I was going through breast cancer treatment. I'd already had the surgery and the chemo, lost my hair, but the fans really picked me up with, when that all happened. And
you were actually at the counter checking in for a test, some kind of scan, when I got a message from ESPN saying she won. She's the top 3 because we are, they went through several phases. It was like top 25, top 10.
Yeah.
And we literally got the message a minute before she went in for like a follow-up scan. So we thought that was a good sign.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
The fan base and the organization were really great, as far as really helping me. And they had, as far as I know, the first Pink in the Paint night in my honor at Arco, and our daughter went with him because I was at home, and that turned out really nice. I really appreciated that too.
I think that was right after your surgery, so you couldn't go.
I couldn't go.
Yeah.
They tell you got to stay home and don't go. Imagine my oncologist, when I got to the point of the chemotherapy, and I had to point out to him, I like to go to these games, and there's like thousands of people, and he just looks at me like,
Yeah.
Wow.
But he was he knew he couldn't really stop
Yeah,
me. So.
right. Well, thank you for sharing that. Yeah. It was amazing the way all Kings fans gathered together.
They did.
Yeah, they did band it together. It's like, sign lady, you got to be kidding me. What can we do? It
Right.
was awesome.
And the organization
Yeah.
too. Yeah. And that's the stuff you don't hear about too, some of the stuff behind the scenes as well. And I'm going to give you guys some love because I know you listen most days, and you heard me struggling with my root canal and had the tooth pulled, and they didn't even give me a bag. And so you guys brought me a little goodie bag here. So I appreciate
giving.
that. Yes.
That's what they do. They give.
Toothbrush. You know what color it had to be. Purple, of course. I got some toothpaste and some floss. And they also knew I did not eat lunch today. So they brought me a protein shake. You know what I mean? So these are the kind of people we have here in studio and in Sacramento. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
We were literally getting ready to go out the door when you were talking about that. She was like running around grabbing stuff.
This is awesome, though.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Although I was going to tease you a little because I had shoulder surgery one year.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Was wearing a pain like ball thing attached to me.
Yeah.
That was put out pain med at every 15
like a
minutes or
drip thing
something.
in? Yeah.
It was a drip. And I still went to the game that night.
Why?
Because
Chris
Webber was calling the game for TNT. And we're like, we have to be there. So last thing I said to my surgeon before I went in, I'm like, I can go to the game tonight, right? And he goes, we'll see how you are.
Yeah.
So I wake up. That's the first thing I say. And he's like, yeah, you can go. Just drive you.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw C-Web after the game and told him, and he's like, man, you all crazy for being here like that.
I will say this. Going to a Kings game versus coming in here working with Whitey and Jay, two different things, When I'm I got a hangnail, I'm calling in sick. I don't want to work with these guys, but I get it. Going to a Kings game, I'd do that too.
You guys are so positive and so giving. It's incredible. But I just, I wanted to ask you, we've been Kings fans a long time.
Yeah.
The days of Chris Webber, and forget about, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, but just that era. Wasn't that just so tremendous? Wasn't that just the greatest?
Yeah. Sometimes we sit and something will remind us, or we go through one of these books and see all these photos. There's so many photos of him in here. Almost like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
It was so good. It was almost like, it's too good to be true. It was just magical, that team.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And all those games. And we got to be on Christmas Day. And
Yeah.
That's such a big deal now. We did that a long time ago.
Yeah.
We're only allowed it once, though.
Yeah, no. I don't know how we're ever, gonna repeat that.
And maybe we will.
It's obviously not going to be repeated. It would have to be really different. But I'm just glad I was there.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people in Sacramento who feel that way.
It changed the whole vibe of the city.
Yeah.
I mean,
really did.
The city was just Kings, Kings, Kings. Everywhere you went was purple, decorated, talking Kings. It was just unbelievable.
Because you guys were part of that. Most of us, we saw it, but you guys really were part of the whole experience.
And we hear that a lot from people to this day. They'll come up to her and say, you're a big part of my Kings fan experience.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up seeing you on TV or seeing you when I come to a game. I look for your signs, see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, people will tell her that about. Even young people were like, how do you even know who she is?
That is the most common thing that's said to us. Any place in the arena or on the way into the arena, in a restaurant, whatever, it's usually somebody, I'd say between 20 and 30 years old, who will say, I have been watching you since I was a kid.
Wow.
So of course, immediately I feel old for that.
Right.
But also I just feel like, oh.
Yeah.
And they go, and you were so important to me. And I just want to thank you. And that's the kind of stuff we get now. So we know it's a whole generation too. I'm not sure.
And I think that's what kind of keeps you going, making signs. Because maybe sometimes it's like, maybe we shouldn't do so many now. And then somebody will come right up and say something like that about how much they mean.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess we can't
Gotta
stop.
keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barb, Nico, thank you so much for coming in and for sharing at least a small part of your amazing story. We appreciate it very much. Yeah. Oh, you want to stay? It's up to you. Yeah. You want to?
We're good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right.
More with Simon.
Gotta get rid of them. Come on, why? Roll out the welcome cart.
They got things to do. Back with more Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
You're listening to the Drive Guys. The Drive Guys.
Somebody from the 916, Whitey. Tell me the last time we had an athletic front court. JK and Keegan Murray, a top 10 power forward, small forward combo. You find that? No, you can't. Why you give me that 10?
I mean, let's slow down. He's not even here yet.
Right.
He doesn't even play here.
You can listen to the Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPfest.com.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Max Muncy, out with that right hand fracture, has started to perform baseball activities, but still nothing as of early August. His expected return is late August. Jacob Wilson, out with that left forearm fracture, has begun playing catch and running. The hope is for him to return sometime in September. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our number one priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
The Alan Stiles Show.
Are the Kings the one team in the league that could actually benefit from one of their players having a podcast? Malik, it would probably be Malik, even though he's in all these dang trade rumors. Wouldn't it be nice if you heard stories about the Kings?
You can listen to the Alan Stiles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
There is no better duo. Nope. Never.
It's the Drive Guys.
Right here on Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Whitey and Jay, Drive Guys, and we've got a pretty special duo in studio with us, going down memory lane on the Sacramento Kings with Sign Lady, Barb, Rust, and Nico, who does the artwork on the signs. And they've brought in a lot of scrapbooks with some incredible photos and tickets and autographs. And I just have to ask about a photo I just saw here. It looks like Barb, it looks like Craig Sager is interviewing you in this picture.
Yeah, that happened at Summer League. Not quite sure. We went about 3 times. Was that the first time?
More than that.
No. Okay.
That was right after we stayed, so it must have been 2013, summer of 2013.
And we were one of the years we were there. They actually won the Summer League, and I just was holding up this little sign I had for Weber because he had been taking turns, calling the game.
I remember him doing that. Yeah, yeah.
And we're waiting for him, and and suddenly it's Brent Berry. And I don't even know. I guess it's because I was holding that up. Craig Sager came up and he said, "Are you a little disappointed that it's not Chris Webber?" And I said, "Yeah, pretty much." And for some reason, he just lost it when I said that. And we were all laughing, but he had a great sense of humor. It was really fun.
What were some of the who are some of the players you've sort of over time developed a personal relationship with, where you became pretty close to them? Just from not even on the court, just off the court as well.
Okay, let's see.
Pull up.
They're all on our list.
Yeah.
One of your top 40 list. Okay.
Yeah. Jason Thompson stands out because he was the longest. Is he still the longest?
Yeah, he did most games. Yeah,
he was there for a long time. And talk about a great, durable person. Always
available.
Playing,
Yeah,
never hurt. Really took care of himself, and his parents would come out to see him, and we got to know his parents. So he's a great guy. Francisco Garcia.
Cisco, yeah.
Oh, and I have to mention DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, a lot of pictures with DeMarcus.
I love. Yeah, we love DeMarcus. And by the way, he sent flowers the night that it was announced that I had cancer. He sent flowers to our house. Man, this is the other side.
But that's what, Barb. Sorry to cut you. We need to hear stuff like that.
He's a very this guy's got a big heart. And I've always kind of stuck up for the guys that are getting picked on, and I shouldn't say that. Are getting all the negative stuff.
Yeah,
he got a lot of. Well, yeah, it was. I don't want.
Yeah,
I'm trying to. It's all right. Yeah, we're good.
You're trying to.
We understand. Yeah,
he would give us a hug before every game. He would walk. We always seemed to kind of meet because we would get there real early, and we went through the security entrance, and he was always like coming off the court from an early workout, and we seemed like we always met in the tunnel, and he would even go out of his way if he saw us to come give us a hug and say, "You all right? How you doing?" And just in passing. That's just kind of the guy he was.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Aaron has been hanging on to talk to you. Aaron, you're on with Nico and Barb, Sign Lady and Mr. Sign Lady. What do you want to know, Aaron? Aaron?
You mean Darren?
Oh, is it Darren? Okay. My screen says Aaron. I'm sorry, Darren. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Whitey, Gumby, and Jay. My question is
Gumby. Oh, because of the
Have
Gumby.
they-
I heard that.
Oh,
has Sign Lady ever thought about a small whiteboard for in-game
In-game adjustments?
Yes.
Great question, Darren. Thank you. Yeah. How about that?
That
You
would have
can-
been a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except it wouldn't have looked very good. We spent 3 to 4 hours on these signs, and
Yeah.
he is a definite perfectionist.
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be just right, and I don't think we can't put it together that fast. It would have been nice to change the message, but
Yeah. Plus, you want to watch the games, right? I mean,
yeah,
you wanna- yeah.
And then there's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I was asking you, Nico, off air, so I'll peel back the curtain a little bit because I'm sitting here looking at one of the scrapbooks that you brought in for us to view, and I mean, this thing is amazing. It literally is. But the question I have is, who comes up with because the Michaels bill's got to be through the roof at this. The Hobby Lobby credit card has got to be maxed out almost for all the utensils and color and materials that you use. Who comes up with all of that? Is that personally financed?
Yes, it is. It is. We purchase everything needed to make the signs, and that's a kind of a common question we get is like, because people assume the Kings supply us with all the materials, but no, we have to hit Michaels.
A lot of people used to ask us where we had them printed. They thought they were professionally
Or they'd
printed.
say, "Do you own a printing company?"
Yeah, we had all sorts of theories going on.
I took that as a compliment because it's
absolutely.
They think this is printed until they
Right.
see him up close, and it's like, oh, that is hand done.
Yeah.
with a marking pen. Oh,
Yeah.
from-
So are those your sketches of the players in here? Did you do those sketches?
those are not mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I've started a couple, but those were done by one of her parents.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Have you guys ever made a sign for a non-returning Kings player but an opposing player?
I think maybe a couple.
Really?
I think Yao Ming was one.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a special. Yeah.
Explain that one for me. Why, yeah?
Because he was the first
Yeah.
Chinese
we were
born
kinda-
player in the
Yeah.
league, so we
honoring
just
him.
made a little
Yeah.
sign to honor that.
Okay.
That one comes to mind as opposing player. Do you think? I don't know. Is there
Did he
another one?
notice it or give you any reaction that you know?
I don't think so. If he did, he didn't react to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what Weber told us too, is people see your signs, whether they react to it or not, they see it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He told us some of the players are too cool.
Uh-huh.
Some are very outwardly, up towards thanking us, and some people just kind of glance and like, I don't want them to know I'm
don't want to acknowledge
really looking at it.
Yeah.
But
another person I wanted to mention was
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas.
Ah, yes.
Our Isaiah Thomas.
IT.
We actually ran into him in Maui one summer.
Wow.
He was there to do a charity game, and Rudy Gay also was in the game. And we were shopping in Lahaina on Front Street, and we heard on the radio, "Oh, here's the players that are going to be at the charity game," and they actually said their names, and we just looked at each other
we're like,
well, we gotta
Isaiah
do
Thomas,
this.
we got to go to that. Huh? We didn't know it was happening until we
No.
heard that.
We were so lucky that we heard it, and so of course we're over there getting tickets. We got to get into this game, and
The guy we bought him from was like, we need to see IT. He's a great friend of ours. Not a friend, but he knows who we are, and he's going to be excited when he sees us. And he's like, how does he know who you are? And we're like, well, he knows who we are. So at the game, we were holding up a King's flag because we didn't have a sign because we didn't know this was happening, but we did bring a flag because we always represent. So we happened to bring that, and Isaiah came out in the warm-up lines, and he looks over and sees us, runs over and gives us a hug. And the organizer of the event was like looking at us like, what? He walks up and he goes, man, he does know you.
Yeah.
Like, told you.
So Sign Lady was stuck without a sign when you needed one. Wow.
yeah. Well, like you said, we take the flag.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
couple trips we've taken the like the beam flag and put it out on our balcony.
Mhm.
I love
Do you
how
really?
accurate.
Okay.
Oh, Mark Spears has a sign.
He does.
Really?
I was
Mark Spears has a
yes,
sign?
he has one that says "Cheers to Mark Spears." He was right about the Kings.
How about that?
Ooh, it's a couple years ago. Yeah,
Now it's
he was
because
on our.
at the beginning of the season. He was saying the Kings are going to make the playoffs.
Watch out for the Kings. I
Let's
remember
go, Sacramento.
He actually talked about that on NBA Today, right at the end of the episode after we gave it to him. We gave him that sign.
Really?
And he actually brought it up and was like, look
Yeah.
what I got.
Wow. We're going to take a real quick time out here. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Got any comments or questions for Sign Lady and Nico? We'll be back with more Drive Guys coming up. Sacktown Sports.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. Then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples. That was easy. In-store, online, and on the app. In Z23, select models only.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
And in studio with us today, we got Barb and Nico, Rust, we got Sign Lady, and Sign Man, the guy who does all the signs for. A couple comments for you here on the text line. Justin says, they should have been fully funded by the Kings a long, long time ago. We also have from the 916, love to Barb and Nico. You guys are one of the things that's right with the world and certainly in our community. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't need to tell you, you are beloved. We were just talking a moment ago about, as great as Golden One is, and it's amazing. I think it's better than Chase Center, which is newer. But in terms of just the volume, nothing comes close to the old Arco, right? Arco 2.
It's, not comparable, I think. Just
Really?
The whole ambiance. People think it's loud in the new arena, but trust me, it's nothing like the old Arco 2 or even Arco 1 for that matter. But
yeah.
But boy, you could not hear the person right next to you during the game yelling at
During the game.
Yeah.
Right there, right next to you.
You could not discuss anything when the game was really rocking.
Well, when they just came out to warm up, it started and it just went on from there. Yeah, I think part of it was the wooden floors. We used to stomp on those floors.
Wood everywhere. Yeah.
Sound would just bounce around in there.
What, the teams had some highs and lows, but it seems like your support has been unwavering. Talk to me about that. Why, where does that come from? Because I'm out in the streets a lot, I hear the frustration of the fan base. But you guys, got the purple on, you're at the games, you're still doing your thing, making the signs. Where does that come from, you think, Bert?
Well, both of us have always been big basketball fans.
Okay.
And we got married in 1985. Shortly thereafter, the Kings came to Sacramento. And we were like, oh my gosh, we have an NBA team. We get to go watch NBA, basketball. And ever since then, we just appreciate that we have that here, that we can drive in 30, 40 minutes and watch a game. And our position's always been, we support our players. That just seems normal to me. There are players, so obviously I want them to know that we are behind them. And as long as the team is here, we had the big scare.
Right.
So I think that really made all of us realize this could get pulled out any moment. Also want to mention that we were supporting the Monarchs, and we're at that championship game with our daughters.
I was there too.
Wasn't that amazing?
It was.
Talk about a loud game, and those women, boy, they could play. They were awesome.
That was a good team.
Yeah, I watch WNBA all the time now. Can I mention one more player?
Yes, of course.
Because this is a great story. Kevin Martin from Zanesville, Ohio, and his family came out one time, I think it was around the holidays, to obviously stay with him and watch him play. And they came up to us when the game was over, and his grandmother was just as cute as she could be. She told us that when they were on the plane, they were talking about, I hope I get to see the sign lady, because and this is where the TV comes in, is that they were watching his signs on TV in Ohio, which really made me realize, wow, this is bigger than we thought. And she was so sweet. She wanted every one of his signs. She took a picture with every one of his signs after the game. But was that the game that we had one? We had just made one that said, special tonight, 48-hour Martinizing.
Minute.
48 minute?
48 minute.
40. Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I got it. Yeah, because it's free.
Yeah.
We thought that was really clever because there's 48 minutes in the game.
Yeah.
48-minute Martinizing. And that's the night he scored 48 minutes.
No way.
My goodness.
And I'm not kidding.
What?
We just made it. And we when he got to that 48th point, we looked at each other like,
No way.
Wow.
We have a picture of him, his
That-
dad with the
that was
sign.
yeah, his dad was there, and he was all excited. He was holding the sign, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
You guys, sometimes I think you tap into a higher power, whether you mean to or not. There's something else going on there beyond the signs.
Well, that is kind of the reason that we always try to have something on hand, because we don't know who's going to be the
Right.
like tonight, the Aaron got 60. You just don't know what's going to happen. So you try to be ready with something, to acknowledge that. But that was pretty fun. And meeting his entire family and finding out that they watch for his signs in Ohio. That really made it.
Yeah, she's like, your son is in the NBA, and you want to meet me?
Right.
I did. That's what I said to her. Yeah. The nicest family, though. That's the thing, is when you start to get to know them and their family, you realize these are just people like everybody else.
And some of them are really young.
Yes.
Yeah.
They, they're far. Some of them are far away from home, and they just need a little encouragement.
Right.
Yeah, I know there's been a lot of upheaval with the roster, and so some of them haven't been here that long. I know you were close to De'Aaron. He's no longer here. Do you have you just kind of some favorites on this team, or you just starting to establish some relationships with anybody on this team?
I'm starting to think, who is on this team?
I know they haven't. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. There's been a lot, like I say, a lot of change.
I listen. I ask him every morning. I get up to have my breakfast. I'm an early riser, and he's not. And I go right next. I eat my breakfast at the dining table with 1140 on right behind me.
We appreciate that
because I want to hear whatever's happening.
What's going on?
Tell me
Yeah.
the latest thing. Like this morning, Jason Ross was talking about some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to keep up. But we obviously appreciate DeMontis so much, because he's got that nice, great family too. And I love Trey Lyles. I think I mentioned I'm a big Kentucky person.
Yeah.
And if you're from Kentucky, I'm already in your.
She picks one out at the beginning of
the
season. That's the guy we want, right?
Yeah. I watch their games. I watch their games all winter, and I'll tell them, okay, see that guy right there? Yeah. And we got De'Aaron.
Yeah.
I was so thrilled when he was drafted. We got DeMarcus. Trey, and
Willie Cauley-Stein?
Monk.
Yeah,
and
Willie
Willie,
Monk, Willie Cauley-Stein,
who also knew us.
Willie is the only player who's told us anyway that we met him at Summer League at a party. Happened to be my birthday that day, so we got invited to a Kings party at the Wynn, and Willie was there, and someone said, "Oh, let me introduce you to," and before they could say it, he goes, "Oh, I know who they are." And we were like, look at each other like, what? And he goes, "Oh yeah, my mom showed me a story about you guys. You're the ones that make the signs." And we're like,
wow.
Oh, wow. He hadn't even played a game for us yet.
Really?
He was a rookie. And we were just blown away by that. And then we showed him a sign we made for him for the Summer League. And he was like talking about the artwork I did on it. He's like, "Oh, I like the color there." And because he was into like,
he's artistic.
Yeah.
So we were talking about sign making, and so he's, I think, the only player who's actually said, "I know you before."
Yeah, right. But it was amazing because we didn't know he was such a big artist until after he acknowledged, knowing that's what we do, and turns out that's what he does too.
Wow.
Is there because I think we've established that, Mr. Refs, you are the artiste, and both of you guys combined to come up with the sign. Has there ever been a third party who's worked on a sign, like a daughter? Ooh, he smiled.
I think she would not be happy if we didn't mention her.
She did. She helped us with the playoff games when we were putting letters on the back of their. We had, on the front of the sign, it would be about the player, and on the back we had big letters that were going to spell out a message. This is when we could do stuff like this. We can't do this stuff now. It was 3 rows worth. So there was player sign on one side, and if you flipped it over, it said, "We love our Kings." If everybody did it right. So she was helping us with that. Yeah, she has through the years helped us. And
Thanks, Jennifer.
she was raised a Kings fan. She's totally diehard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving us your show.
Well, absolutely. Just for sharing a small sliver, like I say, of your incredible history. And I know you have the Beam shirt on. Jay and I have talked about this, and I think it was the day when Kyle wasn't here. But the Beam, to me, you talked about how we almost lost the team. To me, every time they light the Beam, it's not just the Kings won. It's a beacon to like the rest of the NBA teams. Like, you don't understand how special basketball is here. To me, it's a symbol for all of us. Like, we still have our team. We almost lost it, and look at that. It's just that glowing statement. And your signs are like that too, I think, for all of us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And true story, neither one of us thought we were leaving through the whole thing. People would say, "Oh,
really?"
And we literally said, "We're not leaving." And they'll go, "No, it's done. No, it's not done. We're not leaving." We just literally felt it in our bodies that something's going to happen. They're not going.
See, again, Nico, you guys are tapped into that higher power. I don't know.
And she didn't cry one time through the whole thing until it was announced, like the vote. You remember when the vote happened and everyone said, that's when I look over and I'm like, oh, now she's crying. It's like when it was saying, "Oh, we're staying," that hit her. But we literally, neither one of us thought they were going.
Yeah.
Up to the very end.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we don't see you before, we'll see you at Golden One. Although I guess you'll see them, right? You guys are
see him at Rayleigh's out there. I'm sure I'll bump into you in the produce section. Always see him.
We're big, and to be like this, and I know, I've had an opportunity to go back and forth with you, Mr. Rest, Mrs. Rest. As someone who grew up in Sacramento, you definitely are a part of who we are. And the reason why I wanted you to come in here is because we're big on this, and I am wholeheartedly about celebrating our community, giving, as we like to say nowadays, give people their flowers. But this is what Sacramento is. This is what the Sacramento Kings community is. As I always say, the Kings Kingdom. And without you two, I know for me as a Kings fan, it wouldn't have meant as much as it has over the years. So I just want to say thank you from me and the Kings Kingdom, no doubt about it.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah, means a lot.
Can I say one quick story?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Made me think of that. We get fans come up to us all the time and talk Kings. But my favorite reaction, I think, of all time was in Maui. You mentioned Lahaina earlier. We're going out on a boat on Pacific Whale Foundation, and we're members of that organization. So we're right up front because we get to board first. The young lady on the mic is like, when you get on board, take your seat, stay seated until we get outside the harbor. And oh my God, sign lady. And we're like, no way. She just stops her introduction and just goes crazy. You don't understand, people. This woman is famous. This is sign lady. And everyone's looking at her like, who is this woman? So we got to have a nice talk with her on board later, and she turned out she's a Kings fan from Rockland, and just it was probably my favorite because it was just mid-sentence, just bursted out
into the microphone.
Wow. Yep, the power of sign lady. Yeah. Thank you again for coming in. We appreciate it.
We enjoyed it. Hi to Jennifer and Damien.
Absolutely.
Shout outs.
Yeah. Drive Guys will be right back on Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that, or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection, 0.5 milligrams.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Yeah, too much fun with Sign Lady and Nico, and they're just wrapping things up here. You're welcome to stay as long as you need to. We didn't get all the stories, so we got something to talk about next time. Drapes, Nico says we didn't tell you the David Stern story. We got more good stories for next time, whenever that may be. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you. Oh, man.
Didn't get a chance to look through all the pictures.
I know. So
what
many
I saw
great
was
picks.
incredible. Did you get it? Did you look through some of that? The
I did.
scrapbooks?
Yeah, so many great picks. Obviously, our boy Doug Christie. I mean, from a player standpoint, from an analyst standpoint, got to imagine from a coach standpoint too now. So, no, it was great to see. It was great to see.
Yeah. Oh, boy. There's nothing quite like being a Kings fan. You guys notice we had the seats from Arco in here? Yeah. How about that? So, Drapes, I saw this. Bradley Beal was doing an interview, and he was talking about being on the Clips this year, and he said, I need a ring. So he's talking about joining the Clips.
Yeah.
And I need a ring.
Need a championship.
Mm-hmm. Who else in the NBA? Who most needs a ring? Will Chris Paul maybe be?
Chris Paul's
at the
up
top?
there.
If not, he's got to be.
He got to be up there. Probably number one. I'd say maybe number two, Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard. He doesn't have a ring.
I would say even a guy who has a ring, he wouldn't be at the very top of the list, but Giannis could use another ring.
Yeah, he could use another ring. Giannis
to cement
definitely.
his legacy.
Yep. Who else? Does KD need another one without Steph?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if he gets another ring, 3, probably finals MVP, 3 finals MVPs. That's up there in Bird category.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I don't even think, Bird doesn't even have 3 finals MVPs now that I think about it. And so, no, that would cement his legacy even more for sure.
And how about DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah. If he becomes a champion, it depends on which role too, though, Whitey. You know, if he's a starter, 16 to 20 point per game score on a championship team.
Yeah.
That cements him.
And, I'm not saying he needs to get out of here. I'm not saying the Kings going to win a championship this year. I'm just looking at the players who could really use one, and DeMar DeRozan could sure use a ring. I don't know how he feels about it, but that's how I feel about it.
Well, here's the thing about DeMar, man. Because his Toronto Raptors teams were good enough to win a championship.
Yeah.
But they ran into
They got the
LeBron
conference
James.
finals, right?
Yeah. LeBron was their kryptonite, and then, the Kawhi trade, and then they go on to win. But DeMar should have, and then he goes to Chicago, and from no fault of his own, the team underachieves. You're talking about a top 25 scorer in the history of the NBA. Yeah, he could use a championship.
I think the Joker could use another one.
You think so?
Yeah. Because we have the debates like he's phenomenal. And then there's some people I know you're not as overall. I know you think he's great, but if he gets another one, it makes it harder for the naysayers to point out that, and it's true, he's not a great defender.
Right.
That would do wonders for his legacy going forward.
And, I think, when we talk about great players, in my eyes, he's hard to rank. Where do you – some people got him in top 10, 15 already. And I'm like, but he got one championship. And, it's just hard to have him over some of, a Shaq, let's say, or something like that. But if he gets another ring, now you might start to have a conversation.
Seekins Forces, Jimmy Butler.
He could use one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could use one. Doesn't have one. Has been to the finals, a couple of times, come up short. He could use one. Who else?
Yeah.
You know who needs one? There's it. The Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid. Paul George. Come on now. Their legacies would change if Paul George got a ring, his legacy. Joel Embiid, I'm not going to happen probably, but they could use one.
I was going to say DeMar has a far better chance of getting a ring than Paul George and Joel Embiid do.
You might be right.
Just because of the injuries. Joel Embiid, I'm afraid
he might be done. His best days behind him. But, they not only need a championship, they need to at least make a conference finals. Joel has never made a conference final before. So his legacy is hampered by that. Yeah.
Daryl Morey put all their eggs in that Joel Embiid bucket. And okay, I get it. But it looks like now that was not a wise investment. And I hope it is. I hope he's healthy, but it looks like the knee's just breaking down on him.
Yeah. He's just doesn't move the same. And, I will say this. I was hanging out with some people here recently, and we were talking about Joel Embiid. And, is he committed to not only being in the best of shape, but is he committed to winning? You know what I mean? Doing the little things. And I think that's been one of his issues out there in Philadelphia.
How about on the who needs a ring list? How about James Harden?
He doesn't have one, huh? No.
There's a lot of guys on that Clipper team when you look at it, it's like, wow, those guys.
Yeah,
need a ring.
they are. Yeah. Wow. No, he got to be right up there, top 5, I would imagine, because, here's the thing about James Harden. A lot of people still consider him a top 5 to 7 point guard in the league right now. The only thing missing from his resume is a championship. If he does that and is playing as well as he's played this past season, is he a top 25 player of all time, maybe?
Maybe.
You're talking about an MVP,
yeah,
a champion. It'd be hard-pressed not to have him in that list.
Right.
And
that's to the point. I think that's why he, needs one from that standpoint. His argument anyway, in terms of his legacy, don't know how he feels, but he could use one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make that argument for him a lot easier to make.
Somebody says Russell Westbrook also, needs a ring. Yeah. But Westbrook, talk about all the triple doubles, the MVP, and then a championship ring, complete, career complete if he gets that done.
Yeah. KD's a really interesting one that you brought up.
Yeah. Because I think KD is fantastic. I think he's great. He's tremendous. 2-time finals MVP. If it wasn't for the Steph Curry effect, people wouldn't knock him so much. But it's like, well, he went to a 73-win team.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's easy, when you have Steph and Clay and Draymond, you're single covered to put up numbers. But he's a hell of a player, man. And he, for the most part, other than recently, his teams are in the mix. Like, I don't know what the hell happened out there in Phoenix, but he's that dude.
Did you see the argument he had on social media with a fan? He gets into it. With
Yeah.
fans.
I love it.
Yeah, and it was about his efficiency. And I think the fan brought up Kobe. I don't think KD brought up Kobe. But KD was just saying, you don't understand. I'm scoring a lot of points on fewer shots. I'm making shots.
Yeah.
So you got to understand my efficiency is off the charts, because he has not shy about making the case for, hey, I should be considered one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
And people generally don't look at him that way.
No, you're right, man. He should be in that mix. I mean, 2-time finals MVP. You got to put some respect.
And there were some
on
other good players in those series too.
Right. It was yes, exactly. I'm looking at Bleacher Report, their top 100 that they released recently. They have Durant at 13. Which is, let me see who's ahead of him. They got Akeem ahead of him, Kobe, Steph. I'm okay with 13. They got Wilt at number 9. Got to throw this list out, man. Wilt, how disrespectful to Wilt.
Here's Kevin Durant. 30,000 points on low field goal attempts. I'm a coach's dream. Dime dropper. I mastered scoring at 24 years old, man. Give it a rest. I don't care about being the best scorer ever. You are diminishing my all-time greatness by calling me that. And you know what? He's right.
He is right.
I agree with him.
Yeah, he is right. I mean, look at Kevin Durant's career. 15-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champ. But just look at the consistency, Whitey, that he's had. Every single year of his career, he's averaged 20 or more. How about this, Whitey? Let me throw this at you. Outside of his rookie year, when he averaged 20.3 points per game, he's averaged 25 or more every single season.
Right.
For his career, he's a 27 point per game scorer. He shoots 39% from 3, 50% overall, and 80. Like, he's the model of consistency, man. And so, yeah, in terms of he's legit. He's the real deal, and he's, in my opinion, the top 15 player. For some reason, people don't want to give him the credit for those 2 championships.
I agree. It is interesting. And for a lot of players with numbers like that, there aren't a lot of players with numbers like that. But for some of them, there's a flaw here or there. As far as his game, what's the flaw? I mean, he could be a better rebounder, but he's a decent rebounder, right? And he's been a good defender. I think it has to do with that whole notion, A, that he jumped on a ship and went to the Warriors when they won so many games, and then B, what Charles Barkley says, he's a passenger, not the bus driver.
That's ridiculous. It's hard to be a passenger averaging
I
27,
agree.
28 points per
But
game.
that's the perception, you know?
Right? But conversely, let's look at it like this. If Durant doesn't go to Golden State, are we talking about a Warriors dynasty?
I don't think so.
Right. And so was he really a passenger on those teams?
I don't think he was.
And you were down there at the time, right?
He
Yeah.
was the best player on that team, and that was a championship team.
No, I'm with you. And I know you have Kevin Durant in high regard. I think we've discussed him versus Kobe at times and things like that. Durant, I think because he doesn't play the game in terms of the media relations game and, he's not all warm and fuzzy. I think he gets knocked for that.
Right.
But let's not forget, he went head-to-head against LeBron and outdueled him. And I know LeBron was great, but he had some big shots. Like you said, there were some great players in that series. He was the best.
We just had the anniversary of Steph making the shot to beat France last year in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I saw one of the replays that I think Durant had the ball and Steph's got two guys on him and LeBron's open and Durant throws it right back to Steph and he knocks down the shot. So he knows the game too.
Yeah, he knows the game. And that's still one of the greatest shots ever. Let me throw this at you from the 209. I'm 5'7", and if I went and played in a midget league, I could score 100 points like Wilt did. Wilt is overrated. So that's from the 209. I would like to know how old this person is. So 209 texter, can you please tell us your age? I just want to know.
I'm not taking that bait. I'd advise you not to either. That's clearly somebody coming after us.
Go for it. I want to see what the 209. Watch the 209 be 13 or something like that. Come on. Wilt overrated. 530. Would Durant be looked at more favorably if he didn't go to Golden State and win champion? Like if he would have won the 2 in OKC, got finals MVP, that would have been the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
People downplay it going to join Steph.
Yeah. I don't think it's accurate to do it, but I agree. They do. Like I said, that's the two things.
This guy says he's 47. Come on, man. This guy been watching basketball since Jordan came on. He's one of the people that if it didn't happen during Jordan's era or anything before that, he doesn't count.
I barely remember Wilt at the end of his career when he was playing defense and not shooting a lot. So, most of the stories of Wilt go way back, even into the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk to people that saw him and you listen to the recordings of people that saw him and played against him, and they'll tell you, no, he was the best. He was way better than anybody, and he was as good as anybody who ever played. And he was a great athlete, too. He wasn't just a big guy turn around, dunking the ball. He was a high jumper, great volleyball player. People that don't know and they don't care to find out, there's no convincing them.
Wilt was revolutionary. Yeah, he was revolutionary. He was something that we had never seen. And here's the thing, like you said, he was great at everything. Like, he was a tremendous athlete. The way Steph Curry revolutionized the game with his shooting, Wilt did it with his athleticism out there as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's interesting. They both revolutionized the game. Wilt on the inside, Steph on the outside many years later.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I'm not anybody that disses Wilt, I can't do it because what you're doing is you're not only disrespecting Wilt, you're disrespecting Bill Russell. You're disrespecting all the players from that era.
And you're disrespecting yourself.
Right.
Because you're just being ignorant. Right, Trace? I mean, if we're being honest.
Right. Yeah, right. You really are. And Compio, I'm not picking on children, big fella. I'm not doing that. This dude said he was 47 years old. I mean, come on now. Because you know what's going to happen. In 50 years, people will be looking at Steph and LeBron. They were overrated. They were, playing against guys. Like, that's just how it is. And I'm not going to fall prey to that like the 209 did.
Yeah. If we're really going to have a serious, in-depth basketball conversation, I think this is an interesting way to go. Somebody mentions here, my favorite player is Pistol Pete. I love watching old film. It's one thing to talk about the guys that used to play and say, they played against plumbers. Even J.J. Redick said that. And the game has changed. But you can find some guys going back even into the 70s and 60s who they could do it now.
Yeah.
They were ahead of their time.
Right.
I think Wilt was one. I think Pistol Pete was one.
Wilt could run, jump. Like, even today, he'd be a great athlete.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on now. Yeah. And I'm with you on Pistol Pete. For me, Dr. J also,
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
throw in that mix. There's several guys who, it just amazes me. Like, people just Bird and Magic, and they couldn't. I'm like, no, these guys, they were great in any era. They would be great. First of all, the basketball IQ. Nobody talks about Bird and Magic's basketball IQ, the ability to see the game, control the game the way that they did. That doesn't have anything to do with athleticism. That's that basketball IQ too.
When I was a kid watching basketball on TV, my very first favorite player was Walt Frazier. And I'm not sure why, they were on TV a lot, but I think looking back on it, I think it's because the way he controlled the game.
Yeah. Yep. So smooth with it. And, the floor generals back then, like, you know what I mean? These were the guys that, and here's the thing, when you talk about the point guard position, and that's what I think is missing in the point guard position today. You got a lot of point guards who don't control the game. To me, when I look at a point guard, I want them to be able to score, yes, but also be able to recognize an opposing team's defense and how to break it down. Like, to me, Rajon Rondo, those kind of point guards, they're few and far between. Thinking point guards, knew how to run a team, knew how to tell a guy no. Now, a lot of these point guards are just system point guards, I feel like. The Chris Pauls of the world. Like, we're missing those guys like that now.
Yeah, I got to ask about what Rick Pitino said last week. Haven't had a chance to ask you about Rick Pitino, who said the point guard is dead. We're back with that. Drive Guys next on Sacktown Sports.
You're listening to Whitey and Drapes, the Drive Guys. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
One of our chatters, Jess, was in the building. They're having a conversation about media. She said, not media like Dave. I mean real media. Dave is weird media, which is fine.
You're so weird media.
Weird media.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
JTV Jewelry Television knows you love to sparkle, so now's your time to shine like the star you are. Enter JTV's Shine Like a Star sweepstakes for your chance to win $5,000 in dazzling jewelry from top brands, including Rachel Zoe Jewelry and Judith Ripka Jewelry. Plus, just for entering, get $30 off your next qualifying JTV purchase of $99 or more when you opt in for emails. Enter now at jtv.com/likeastar. And remember, if you love jewelry, you'll love JTV.
Fabric Talk.
Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Ooh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Shake your body dry on a coastline.
Zach Bryan, live in concert. This Friday night, Golden Gate Park.
Baptize me in a bottle of beer with
Kings of Leon, Turnpike Troubadours, and Oveen Hoffman.
All night revival.
Zach Bryan. Tickets are on sale now at GoldenGateParkConcerts.com. Brought to you by your friends at Another Planet Entertainment.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Les Schwab Tire Centers and Bare Bones Workwear. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
All Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Rick Pitino, Drape, says the point guard position is dead. He says this just a couple of weeks ago. We were just talking about the evolution or the de-evolution of the point guard. What do you think of that notion that the point guard is dead? He says there was John Stockton, and he says Chris Paul's like the only one left now, which is what reminded me of it, because you said basically the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with Rick. I think the game has devolved into guards, forwards, or guards and bigs, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't think, the point guard, because what you're having now is a lot of point guards are scoring point guards. To me, a point guard is somebody that controls the offense. So, for instance, I don't classify Steph Curry as a point guard. I've said that before. Draymond Green is who they run the offense through. He's the point forward. You know what I mean? Steph Curry to me is a great guard. I can't put him in that point guard category. And when I look at a number of teams and I go down the list and look at, the position of point guard, let's say the leading scorers, if you will, at the quote unquote point guard position. Shai Gilgeous, I still consider a point guard. I'll give him that. Cade Cunningham, a point. Jalen, a point. Dame Lillard, no. Steph, no. Trey?
Wait, led the league in assists.
Yeah, I'm going to throw him in there.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Hero, for some reason, they got point. He's not a point guard. I don't consider De'Aaron Fox a point. I don't consider Jamal Murray a point guard. And so I don't want to say it's dead, but there's few of them now.
Yeah. Well, I think part of this is because St. John's, they don't feel like they have a true point guard, so they're not going to have one. So I think part of this is convincing his team, like, it doesn't matter. We don't need one anymore. But he said, quote, Rick Pitino, and this was just on the 6th of this month, there are no point guards anymore. If you find it, you're probably describing a guy who can't shoot. So he's asked about Jalen Brunson. He said he's a combo scoring guard. I don't think he's looking for the assist. I think he's looking to score, and thank God he is, said Rick Pitino. I think what's happened is point guards, it's not that they've gone away. I think they've evolved to the point where, as you said, it's not always a guard anymore.
Right.
You've got bigger guys who are more capable of distributing than guys used to be.
Yeah.
And then the Kings run offense through Domas sometimes. So I think it's part of it is just the rigid thinking of you're a shooting guard. You are a point guard.
Right.
You're a small forward. I think, positionless basketball has not done away with a point guard. It's just done away with that rigid notion that you're this, you're that, you're that, and you're that.
Well, and I agree with you. And one of the things I hate about pickup ball, and maybe this is going off topic, but I got to bring this up, is when you go to a gym, and I haven't played pickup in a while, but the smallest guy on the court is the point guard. It's not like that. And no, the big guy can run the offense too.
The little guy can't dribble. I don't want him.
Right, exactly. And if he can't make good decisions with the ball, I don't want him. Just because you're the smallest guy on the court, don't mean you need to be bringing the ball up.
It sounds like you've had a personal experience where you're like, you want to run the
damn Skippy,
and they don't let you.
You know why? Because I'm 6'9" Magic Johnson. I'm a 6'1 3/4" version of Magic Johnson. I'm Penny Hardaway, if you will. You know what I mean? And so that's one thing that frustrates me. It's like, no, the smallest guy doesn't have to be the point guard. With that being said, to Rick Pitino's point, I do think the point guard might be coming back, Whitey. Because I'm looking at Shea, Cade, I said, I feel like it's a point, but they're being asked to do different things now, too. Now, as a point guard, they're getting
point guards
big.
are getting a little bigger.
Yeah. Now you're looking for that 6'6", 6'7" point guard. But I think they're at, like, if you're a point guard and you can't score, you ain't a point guard.
You're not playing that
You're not playing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now in the NBA, at that position, you have to score.
You ever heard of Lester Connor? Lester Connor played, I think, at Oregon. The Lakers had Magic, 6'9" point guard.
Magic,
and the Warriors drafted a guy named Lester Connor. I think he was Pac-12, and he was a really good defender. And I remember somewhere hearing or reading, he's going to be our Magic stopper. Well, he was like 6'4". Yeah, no, he wasn't. He was a good player, but he wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that was where teams were just trying to figure out how to deal with that. And it's interesting, all these years later after Magic, who came in the league in 1980, it does look like point guards are getting bigger, bigger and bigger. But, you mentioned point guards, maybe they're coming back. It wasn't that long ago, Drapes, 2012 or so. Remember the center, it looked like, center, no one plays the center anymore.
Yeah.
The center's dead.
Yeah. It's coming back, though, right? The big man is coming back. I mean, you look at Maluach just got drafted top 10. You look at some of the,
Well, he looked bad in summer league.
Yeah, he did look bad. He did look bad. But no, even Alex Sarr, the big man is coming back. But I will say they're asked to do more expanded things to their game. It's just not the plodding big man anymore out there.
Right. You have to be able to guard on the switches on the perimeter a little bit.
Yeah.
Although, Rudy Gobert's kind of a throwback.
He is. He really is, and so, like, now you got to be able to shoot the outside shot. You got to be able to handle the rock. I just think the position has evolved, I guess, is what how I'll describe it. I think it's evolved, and it's good to see. Do you think, all right, the center is back. Do you think post moves are back, though? Are those two different things?
Teams don't post up that much.
No, I miss that.
They just don't.
Remember, and you grew up, and watched the 80s basketball like I did. Like Kevin McHale, the footwork.
Torture chamber.
That was a thing of Olajuwon. Those were things of beauty. Like you marveled at the footwork. Now you don't even see footwork.
Yeah.
Now it's about in your bag and things like that.
Yeah. Now it's almost like that's too much work for two when I can just throw it to somebody in the corner and get three.
Right. Yeah, please. I'm still trying to, play the point from the post. Give it to me. It's because think about it like this too. How many years have people been begging LeBron to get in the post? Just don't do it. Guys just don't do it anymore, man. I miss the post game. But now it's all about, you got to open up the floor, create space.
I think if you do get the ball in the post, what you're supposed to do is kick it out to an open shooter.
Right.
Defense collapses. You're not, don't shoot it.
Right.
Get it out to a three-point shooter.
Dude, I was watching the other day. They were showing Lakers, Celtics, 85, 87. I can't remember which year. And the Lakers were dumping it down to Kareem every time. Like, I think Kareem was like 11 of 28, and none of his shots were from more than 10 feet out. Like, that would never happen in today's, right?
Throw it to the captain.
Throw it down to and then play off the big fella, play, Celtics would double, bam, kick out Byron Scott from 17. They don't play it like that anymore.
Yeah. If we're really going back and talking about the old time stuff, I think Kareem's the most underrated player of all time.
Thank you. Because you know why, Whitey? Because I don't think people remember Kareem before Magic.
Right.
They're discounting his Milwaukee days. And I'm going to go college, high school. He's arguably the most dominant player in the history of basketball. At every level, he won. And so I'm with you, man. Kareem's in my top 5. He's in my top 5.
Yeah. He should be mentioned anytime people are wondering about who's the best player ever. He's never mentioned.
Right. And the thing about it, they put Michael over LeBron for what reason? 6 championships. Guess who else got 6 championships? Kareem. Nobody talks about that.
Nope.
And he got the finals MVPs and all that, the league MVPs. Nobody talks about that.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, man. Mm-hmm. It's like I said, it's like if it happened before Jordan, it didn't happen. People discount all those years.
Now, point guard, maybe the point guard is coming back in some way, shape, or form. The center came back, but Drapes, the skyhook ain't coming back. It is not coming back unless somebody can shoot one from 25 feet.
It's not coming back. And I don't know if you did this when you were younger or not. I used to practice the skyhook. Like it was in my arsenal. And then when Magic hit the running skyhook over the Celtics, best believe I added that. They don't do that, man. And I don't know. And I used to work with Tommy Heinsohn. And he couldn't believe, like his wasn't necessarily a skyhook. It was more a running hook, just like throwing. He's like, I don't understand why people don't use that shot. It's unblockable. You can't defend that. Nobody ever does it, though.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last skyhook. LeBron, I think, took one like 5 years ago, and people were like, oh, he hit the skyhook.
Oh, didn't he do that in the game where he broke Kareem's record and was like, oh, he did that as
did he? Was it that? Was it that?
It's like he did that for Kareem.
Yeah.
But, you know, now you see a lot of guys shoot that little half hook.
Yeah, the little jump
which is
hook
fine, but Kareem used to make it every time. He
You know,
shot a very high percentage.
In that show I was watching, where it was Lakers Celtics, they were interviewing Kareem during it. It was one of those, I think it was during the pandemic, and they, had Kareem on Zoom, and he hit one from like 19 feet out. Like he was way out there.
I've seen
like he would hit that thing from almost 3-point range.
Yeah.
He was so deadly with it.
Yeah, and in high leverage situations too.
Yes,
like tight game. Yeah,
Robert Parrish draped over him, and he would just get to his, I miss those days, man. I'm with you. And I'm gonna pull up Kareem's accolades. I know we got a quiz today.
We do have a quiz today.
All right, I'm gonna pull
for
up.
it.
Yeah. I'm playing hurt, but I'm still up for it. Let's see if Jay's up.
Yeah. Jay is escorting our guests out, so we can't take a break at this time.
Oh, all right.
We'll get to that.
But real quick, I'm looking at Kareem's resume. 19-time All-Star, 6-time champ. How about this, Whitey? 11 times All Defense. Nobody talks about that.
Right.
6-time MVP.
Yeah, that's
as
the one.
well. Yeah, it's like 15-time All NBA, 4-time block champ, 2-time scoring champ. Like Kareem was the man. And when you look at it too, his last 3 years, 17.5 points, 14.6, 10.1, those brought his scoring average down. He finished 24.6 points per game. How about this, Whitey? One last thing about Kareem. In his 6 seasons with Milwaukee, Kareem averaged 30.4 points, 15 rebounds, 3.4 blocks. The dude was he averaged 30 and 15 for 6 seasons, a 6-season stretch. That's unbelievable. You'll never see that again. I don't know if you'll ever see that again.
If you go back through the history of pro basketball, through almost every period, there was at least one player about whom you could say he was the best ever. You go back to when you had Mikan, way back when. And then you had Wilt at some point, and then Wilt into Kareem. You could make the case he was the best ever. I don't know that he was. Kareem into actually Magic got it.
Jordan.
The Jordan era. And Jordan into the LeBron era. What happens when LeBron's gone?
Who's that next? Is it Jokic?
No,
right? I'm with you on
maybe
that.
Wemby. Maybe it's somebody that's just coming to their own
person.
But I don't know if that person's out there right now.
And the thing is, all those players outside of maybe Wilt, though, they won at a high level. Nowadays, you got to win. So who's that guy that's going to win 2, 3, 4, 5 championships? It's hard to see that coming.
Chet Holmgren.
Chet. I love Chet Holmgren, man. That dude, some of his outfits, I don't know if you saw it at Caruso's wedding.
I did.
I'm like, go ahead, Chet, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Jay, you up for a quiz? Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz?
I'm feeling great. I don't want to send them home feeling bad, though.
Let's do it.
Today's Wayback Machine quiz next on Sacktown Sports.
The Allen Styles Show.
Are the Kings the one team in the league that could actually benefit from one of their players having a podcast? Malik, it would probably be Malik, even though he's in all these dang trade rumors. Wouldn't it be nice if you heard stories about the Kings?
You can listen to the Allen Style Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you bought that TV in the parking lot. It just happened to not come in a box or include a remote. And when you finally managed to turn it on, all it displayed was the menu of Grumpy's Tacos. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earned.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, inviting you to come join them every Wednesday for their midweek madness drawing, giving away $2,000 in total cash starting at 6 p.m. It's a safe and friendly environment, plenty of well-lit parking available, and it's conveniently located right there in downtown Sacramento. And remember, best food, best service, best games, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity, introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the accolades keep coming in for A's first baseman Nick Kurtz. Based on batting almost 400 with a slugging percentage of nearly 1,000 in July, he becomes the 10th player to be named Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same calendar month, joining the likes of Buster Posey, Mike Trout, and Aaron Judge.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby.
Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Before we get to Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz, I got a ballpark food update for Drapes because Drapes, he missed his lunch today. Drapes, the Colts tried to make a pretzel that represents their logo, but I apologize, you can't see it if you're watching on YouTube. It might be better that you can't see it. To me, that doesn't look like a horseshoe. See that?
I see what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but it looks.
That's
like...
not it. That's not it. That's not.
No.
Try again.
So we're gonna miss.
And I'm a pretzel connoisseur.
Like
every stadium I go to, I get a soft pretzel.
Yeah.
That ain't it. That ain't it right there.
That brings us to Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz for August the 12th, brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. It's been a long time.
I know.
Since Drapes and Jay went head to head. I think we had a tie last time.
I don't know about that.
Well, I think we.
No, Drapes got that last one.
Yeah,
he got that last one. He did get that
I
last
thought you had the belt, but I thought, all right.
one. I think he got that last one.
Okay. So here we go, Drapes.
Send me
Here's what
that
we have for
pretzel. That pretzel pick. Well, after you're doing something. You're doing something.
It's not something we could show, I don't think. It doesn't look appetizing. Drapes, we have this day, what year in sports broadcasting?
Ooh.
We have 1950 football, 1969 basketball, 1984 baseball, 1986 baseball, 1994 baseball. So where would you like to start?
I get a 1-0 lead. Let me go 69 basketball. Lou Alcindor.
Basketball. It is the closest to.
Jay can go first.
All right, Jay. This date, 1969, the Boston Celtics were sold for a then record. How much?
1969?
Yeah, it's not as much as they were just sold for.
Yeah. I'm going to go 1969. I'm going to say.
Celtics sold for a then NBA record. How much?
Let's go 150 million.
150 million.
149.
Yeah, it's 6 million.
I wanted to say 5.
Yeah.
Didn't they just sell for 6 billion?
Billion.
Yeah, 6 billion. And they don't even own their stadium. Same thing with Lakers. 10 billion. Don't even have their stadium.
Wow. Drapes on the board. 1-0. Jay, over to you. This day, what year in sports broadcasting? 1950 football. 84, 86, and 94. Those are all baseball.
84.
1984. It also is the closest to.
That Drapes go.
All right, Drapes. Padres and Braves this date 84 engaged in a beanball-fueled brawl that resulted in 5 fan arrests.
Dang.
And a record how many being ejected, both teams combined, according to the New York Times. And I say according to the New York Times because you will find different numbers depending on your source. But the New York Times is the most reliable. So how many players, a record, how many players both teams combined ejected this date 84, Padres and Braves, getting after it.
So my source says, the source I use for this kind of question says.
What's that, baseball reference?
Yeah, what is your
that?
source?
I don't know. Worry about
Baseball
it.
American.
I'm going to go 14.
14.
What's the question?
Jay.
Dude, I'm doing like 12 things, man.
This date 84, Jay, the Padres and Braves engaged in a beanball-fueled brawl. It resulted in 5 fan arrests and a record how many being ejected, both teams combined, according to the New York Times.
How many you say, Drapes?
Drapes said 14.
15.
The answer is
half a team.
13.
Oh, you boy. Yeah.
Dang, I was thinking about 17.
You were so close there, buddy. Oh, thanks, man. Ooh.
Very well played.
Thank you.
All right, hold on. Let me put my mind to it.
Lock in, Jay.
I got to lock in.
Jay. You were right there. Yeah.
My bad. I'm looking at 14 things.
Drapes with the should have been looking at 13.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Drapes, you're up 2-0 this day. What year in sports broadcasting? 1950. That's football. 1986 baseball. 1994 baseball.
Sports broadcasting. Bob Costas.
Yeah, you could put a stranglehold on it here.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. This state, what year in
We're gonna
sports
make it choke.
broadcasting? You get to hear it.
Oh,
Decide.
and then okay.
Who goes first?
Howard Kosek.
This day, what year in sports broadcasting? Fox broadcasts an NFL game for the first time ever. An exhibition between the 49ers and Broncos.
Jay can go.
This day, what year, Jay? Fox broadcasts an NFL game for the first time ever. It's a preseason clash between the 49ers and Broncos. I'm guessing, well, I don't want to say who did it.
I'm going to say 1993.
1993. Kyle Draper?
92.
1994.
I thought I had it on the nose.
So close.
I thought I had it on the nose. I was like,
Oh, that's a big one, Jay.
I actually kind of knew around the time because working for Fox.
I figured you might.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
2-1, and you're up, Jay. 1950 football and 86 and 94. Those are both baseball.
Let's go 94 baseball.
1994 baseball.
Yeah.
It is a closest to
Eric Davis. Okay. Let Drapes go.
Drapes.
Oh, we're running out of time.
We are running out of time.
Yeah, go ahead, Drapes.
No.
I'm going to tie this up.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to go? Or do we got to go?
Read the question, Whitey.
Drapes, MLB players go on strike, eventually forcing the cancellation of the World Series for only the second time ever. This day, 94. The first time the World Series was canceled was in what year? Also a year ending in a 4. What year? This date, 94, World Series canceled only the second time ever. What year was the World Series canceled the first time? It's a year also ending the last digit, a 4.
Is this because of a labor issue or just
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
1944.
1944, Jay?
1954.
1904.
Ah.
It was because the American League, the National League said, we don't play them. We don't recognize them. Yeah.
I was thinking World War II or something.
That's what I was trying. I was thinking
Kyle Draper with a win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
No, we got to go.
All right.
With you tomorrow.
Drive, guys.
Somebody from the 916, Whitey. Tell me the last time we had an athletic front court. JK and Keegan Murray